is live. So, homophobic lesson right now. Okay, we are just gonna make sure that this is shared properly, because that's something I need to care about now. So let me just do this, do a little bit of that, do a little bit of all the above. Oh, come on now. Let's do this. Bam. Okay. Boom. We are just gonna make sure that this is shared. Delete that. Go over here. Bam. Oh shit. Hold on. You can't see what I'm doing because I'm not sharing it on there. Actually, I could probably do that just so it looks more fun. Wait, let me just put this up here for a sec. Shouldn't see my password. This. Thank you, fucker. All right. About bam, bam, tag TV. And boom. There we go. Ladies, lads, gentlemen, and gentlefolk, this is what's gonna go down. I'm firstly out of focus, so let me just present my face there. Great, right? And this is what's gonna happen. Okay, first let me change my monitor to up. Oh, not up there. Here, so that I share with you what I have for you today. It is besides that. Oh gosh. So let's just start. We're gonna start with this. I have three official trailers, 2 teasers, and then 1 launch timing update thing, which is encompassing every single legal showcase of gameplay from, or not gameplay, just footage from Tears of the Kingdom. I'm actually missing the gameplay trailers. Let me just add that right now because I'm up to date on this sort of thing, obviously. And we're just gonna go through all the thoughts today, and not in that sense, but what was I searching up? Oh, right. Gameplay trailer. In the Kingdom. Pretty please, if you please. Because I am gonna make this a coherent script when I have the chance. So this came after. So this is chronological. So like this is the 2019 trailer. This one is the sequel teaser in E3 of 2021. This one is the launch timing update, which had that one shot over here at 48 seconds, or a little after that. 53 seconds up here of this footage was never shown in any of the other trailers. So 2019 teaser, teaser D3, launch timing update, then you have official trailer 1, then you have official trailer 2, and then you have the gameplay demonstration, and then you have today's final official trailer 3. We got that? So that's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's only 7 tabs of information for you. So not that much, right, guys? Not at all. I should just move this here. And I also need to move this over there. So let's start with the fact that I don't have roommates that are singing in the hall. Let's start with that you can probably what? No, I'm not being in that word. I said, well, then why'd you say not all? Whoa, names, dogs and people. Whoa, calm down.
K and D, we're not.
Calm down. Okay, listen. Where's the fuck is my fucking webcam on here? There we go. Ain't that me, folks? Down there. I'm not editing this. That's the point of this, is that I don't want to edit anything. I want to do that for my actual video, which is a 66-page script that's technically 45 minutes long, but we're going to work on that after we establish all of the other facts out here. Don't look at me like that. Anyhow, actually, this is why this happens on Fridays when my roommate isn't here, because then I don't need to care about your opinion back there. But anyhow, this is what we're going to do. So, first off, I have my headphones because I have to listen to the 2019 trailer. So now we have the gift of hindsight when we go through every single one of these little things. And I'm just going to pause on every frame and then ramble about it. That sound good? I think that sounds good to me. So let's do that. Okay. We're going to, right down here. It's not the first frame. Hello out there. Okay. So, recap, we have every single tab. 2019 first look, the E3 teaser in 2021, the launch trailer update in here that has like the one scene over here and like the minute in. Then we have the first official trailer, then we have the second official trailer, then we have the gameplay trailer, and then we have the final trailer today. So we're just gonna go through all of it and then look at this. All right, first off, 9 seconds in. Well, I guess it could be, because 9 seconds in, the first trailer, we have this zonai stealing spell thing that is on Ganoncorpse's body. I'm just going to refer, Ganoncorpse is Ganon's corpse, and then when I say Ganondorf, I'm going to refer to actual live Ganondorf that we actually see for the first time in the final trailer. Got it? Okay, so Ganoncorpse in this thing, final thing, this is the same, it's obviously zonai. Wow. Why do I know that's zonai? Well, we have to give evidence for all our facts, right? So, I gotta like kneel like a little goblin up here. So like, there's a specific shot in this final trailer that we just played this little bit. Boom. You see that? You see this? Right down there. This is stuff that you can actually see this in the first official trailer, but it's a better shot when you look at here. Bam. See this? That is what I call circles. Now, why are circles important? Because these circles are green. They're blue and then the green at the top. Ooh, they spiral up, ooh, and they're on a little stone thing. What the fuck are those stone things? We don't see those stone things in Breath of the Wild, but we see them here. And what else is new? This is the green? Blue? Green, blue. All right? Spiral up. Also, you know what else spirals? Gameplay trailer. That's not the gameplay trailer. Gameplay trailer. Ascension. Where the fuck is it? Oh my god. Ascension. This thing. Wow. 2 little spirals zooming up, and they're green / blue, right? Connections. Another thing, fucking the where is it? I'm gonna also 2 little dragon things. See that up? Oh my god, I don't know where I'm putting up there. I haven't cropped my thing because I don't usually put my webcam on this monitor setup because it shows my gameplay, but 2 things spiraling green blue color scheme. So Therefore, you can't confirm it from this image, but since weird little hand, green-blue color scheme, it's also green-blue color scheme, also green-blue color scheme, and there we go, this is associated with the zonai because of this green-blue color scheme. I posit it as facts that it's the zonai civilization that did the seal on Ganon corpse right here, right? Because, you know, it's a little icky because some people still think it's the Twilight people and whatever, but I'm saying definitively right now, zonai, right? I think that's easy peasy. That's easy mode. So, let's continue to see other frames. Okay. Shoot. Secondary thing. Here we go. This is a depiction of Ganondorf, question mark, on the wall painting. Wall painting, all right? We have like the little squiggly lines. I think my quality is not that great, but wall paintings, not trailer ones, wall carvings, all right? So I have to look and see. I have seasonal allergies. I've discovered that this year. Wall carvings in the first official trailer, right? That's where we see this weird fucking thing up there. What's his deal? And you see like this little like depiction of like the other malice, monsters, war. This also, I'll come back to this in a bit. Well, in a lot of it. This thing, carvings depicting some scenario with zonai motherfucker and also Zelda quotation marks, which is up here, right? But I'm not gonna, from this point onward, I'm gonna call this person, this Zelda quotation marks, I'm just gonna call them mysterious lesbian, okay? Because of things that I will get into later. So, mysterious lesbian and weird zonai creature appear in wall carvings, right? And in the same wall carvings we see in this final trailer, you'll also see this specific version of Ganondorf with like the hair, and it's like, wow, he's big and fancy. Okay? These are wall carvings. Ergo, separate depiction than these wall paintings, which are of a different art style and depict a different version of Ganondorf with like the ponytail on a horse with a spear. So I posit A, that there are two different civilizations at play, whether it would be like the zonai and some other thing, perhaps the ancient Sheikah or the Gerudo, who's to say. But we haven't seen, I don't know if it's a civilization that's currently been introduced, because in Breath of the Wild, there isn't a civilization that we see that actually does paintings, cave paintings. We have like the tapestries from the ancient Sheikah, and we have like the general ruins, but we don't ruins of different civilizations, but we don't see paintings. So I posit this is probably just a new ancient civilization. But anyhow, this ancient civilization separate than this ancient civilization that carves the depiction of Ganondorf with the other zonai people. Cave carving, zonai. Cave painting, something else. What is this something else? To be determined. It is probably, I think, it could be Gerudo. Why do I think it's Gerudo? Oh, we're gonna go to the final trailer, which gave us a lot of stuff. Because there is a specific fucking moment right here. No, not right there. Is it right there? There's a moment where you watch the Gerudo Desert and we see the temple sort of rise from under the earth. I would love to find it if you would please. Oh, there it is. It's this one. See? Okay. Temple rising from the earth could be great place for you to have cave paintings and not carvings. Separate. Again, separate from this. This, not this. Two different people. Got it? We're moving on from that. Now, speaking of giant temples riding out of the desert. So, there's a lot of people on Reddit that have like described that this script that we see on the spells themselves is Gerudo. I think some people have like translated it to say actually seal Ganon when you translate it from Gerudo script into this, which I think is pretty cool. But another thing about this, right? So I need you to remember circles and squares for later. All right, so just remember this circle. Look at this spiral circle motif. Okay, remember it as remember it. Okay, just remember it. So we have Malice, Vizignat, Ganon Corpse, and then we have this. I think I've kind of gone over this and beaten this with a dead horse. The spiral, the zonai. This is the architecture from like the mazes in Breath of the Wild. And wow, rats! I love rats. Also, luminous stone, which in the description of Breath of the Wild, luminous stone is described as in like the lore of it being like, oh, it glows because it has the souls of the dead. The souls of the dead, and then Ganon is dead, and then all the things, and that's like, oh, wow, cheeky. So, me posit, temple. This is a shot from the temple. This cave thing, maybe also a shot from the temple. Temple as in this thing, because that's where Ganon is. Got it? Got it. Moving on. Wow, they run into Ganon Corpse right there, the hand, blah, 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 blah. This is the zonai pillar. You can actually find this in the Pharaon ruins and the thing. I'm going to move on with that. It's not important right now. Rat. This, separate shots. Trailers, they use shots from different scenes and they pretend it's one thing. This is different. You know why it's different? Because the bricks here are Hylian bricks. They are uniform bricks of more modern architectural standards. And they are not the same sort of carved out stone walls that we see represented in the usual ancient civilizations that are the zonai stuff. These uniform bricks are something that is only present in the 100-year-old ruins in Breath of the Wild. That is your, like, you stumble upon like a bokoblin camp and they're in like some like garrison ruins, central Hyrule, that sort of thing. So I think this specific shot is from under Hyrule Castle. And now the presence of the rat, though, is something that it could just be rats are everywhere, but given that a rat was also depicted in the shots over here in a little bit. Come on. Well, like in this, yeah, then here, theory is that under Hyrule Castle, there is a separate entity of some sort of zonai creation. Because this is zonai. This up here is zonai. Rat, zonai, got it? And then up here, Hyrule Castle, rat, calamity. So, I mean, in Breath of the Wild, we do see that the ancient Sheikah built a fucking, like, observatory under Hyrule Castle. That's where you fight Ganon. So who's to say that there isn't something even under that? You know, fucking tiramisu over here, layering all that shit. Got, like, is that, you got Hyrule Castle, ancient Sheikah, zonai. Because the ancient Sheikah are not as old as the zonai. The zonai predate the ancient Sheikah. So there could be some merging here. Rats. You know, rats connect everything. You got it? You got it? All right. Continuing. Hyrule Castle. This also zonai. So this is this. Oh, I didn't move. I moved. That was my gameplay. So this bridge. Those are the owls from zonai architecture. Blah blah blah. That's all been posited on. Oh my god. And then so Hyrule Castle, ancient Sheikah thing, zonai thing. Now the question is this from the zonai thing that's under Hyrule Castle, or is it the zonai thing that is under the Gerudo Temple that rises up from the ground? And given that they have the little ox thing, right? They have the little ox thing, and the ox thing we see is here, right? Ox thing here. I don't know what it's called. And then ox thing also here, also with the luminous stone and the additional zonai things. I'm gonna bet that. Actually, you're right. It is. I don't know who I'm talking to. This is under, because it could be. I think this is under. Oh, actually, no. It could be any, because luminous stones could be everywhere. That's the problem. See, my only thing, because this, sorry, let me just move on. Let me just move on from that and I'll come back to this. I don't know. It's one of the two. Link, intact Master Sword, he has it on him. That's important later because we see in the final trailer, we actually see him pick up the Master Sword again with his right hand, which means it wasn't a flashback of him pulling out the sword. It was him, like, taking the sword again. So I think that he put the Master Sword down in between the time, but he has it now. So is this after some sort of initiating event where they go to search for Ganondorf? I don't know. Moving on. Okay, so this is intriguing because rats, remember the rats? Remember the rats? We had the rats. Rats a few moments ago. I should really have timestamps. Remember the rats and how I said, oh, the bricks there are Hylian. So it's Hyrule Castle. Hyrule Castle rat consumed by malice. Malice coming from this guy here. So Ganondorf is calamity thing. But does that necessarily mean that the malice thing that consumes the rat is from the corpse? No, because there are different types of malice. See, I've posited that there's a goopy malice, there is streamy ribbon malice, there is corrupting malice that goes up Link's hand, and then there is like fiery malice that is like enshrouding things, which is the type that the rat is associated with. And then there's the malice that erupts from under Hyrule Castle when it blasts off into space. Okay? This here, ribbon malice. See how it just billows and moves off of the corpse again? It's like, ooh, so fancy. Where else do we see ribbon malice? You also see ribbon malice in the fucking this. See, ribbon. Oh, it's so smooth. But malice from the rats. Come on, Mr. Rat Man. Here we go. More ribbon malice. Ribbony. Wow, so great. And then, boom. Listen to this. That look ribbony to me. You know, it's little like tendrils and it's like moving up the stairs. It's not flowing from something. It's trying to encroach upon something. So this is different malice than the malice that comes from Ganondorf. And given that it's also at a secondary location and that this rat is in Hyrule Castle probably, this malice is not coming directly from Ganondorf. Ergo, perhaps if this is a rat that is similar to the rat from here, from here, then this location is not under Hyrule Castle because it's not ribbon malice. It's only ribbon malice means Ganondorf. This rat 100% not in the area where Ganondorf is. And Ganondorf is probably in the Gerudo Temple thingy. So it's all complicated. But that's what I have to say. You can use the different types of malice to differentiate when the thing is going to happen, right? So this is okay, this is another thing. So another thing. You have to keep like kneeling like a fucking god. So there's a thing with like the zonai, and they have their little magic thing where it's like translucent, but it's also moving underneath, right? So you have the glowing hand, woo, cool, fancy jewelry, right? And then, like, you can see, oh, fuck, that's a bad shot. Just look at the little thing, It's like, ooh, it's moving under there, okay? Now, compare to fucking Zelda has a little thing that we saw, like, spoiler. Should spoilers, by the way, for everything. But,
I know why I am here. It's something.
Okay, boom, another glowing thing where look at the lighting of the thing. I'm gonna actually slow it down. That's what I was doing all of this morning. I was just watching these at like 0.25 speed. But
it's
so just like
something
light is moving in the little thing. I think zonai creations, right, are just sort of like sealed off energy that is like manifested into a thing. So this hand is like some sort of power spell and then is manifested into like this little thing. This tear is some magical thing that's sealed off into a thing that you can hold so that other people can wield. Why would other people need to wield it? Well, if you are a... What? If you are... Oh,
Okay, let's go!
If Where?
And the birth of his new
Fuck! I
world.
ruined my. You're lesbian by any chance, right?
Okay,
And you are hot, and you have golden magic thing like this lady right here. Maybe sealed power, because this power associated with that power. This is also probably Zelda reincarnated. I'll get that in a little bit. It's got water in there. It's like an Orby. Exactly. It's like a little water thing. Tears, perhaps. And then they make it into a little thing so that other people can use it, so that other people have a fun time fighting Ganon. Theory there. There's a lot of stuff going on. So necklace, important. And there's probably this thing, there's probably 7 of them because of this shot here that depicts the Zonai deity guy. He has, wait, are there 6 or 7? There's 7. See, there's 7. 7 sages, 7 something, other Zelda games references, blah, 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 blah. Okay, wait, now, moving on from that. Oh, wait, actually, not moving on from that. Go back. Ganondorf has got glowing head thing. Glowing head thing, gemstone, blah, blah, blah. Tier water, gold. Gold. Interesting. Could be a coincidence. Could not be, though, because glowing thing, circle, power, then also side on thing. He has no thing here in this shot. Just trust me. I went frame by frame. He actually stayed right there. No thing on hand. No glowing thing on hand. Then fuck.
You are not alone. Link.
That glowing thing on hand. See that? See this shit? See that right there? Glowing circle orb thing. Glowing circle orb thing? Glowing circle orb thing. Glowing circle orb thing. Glowing circle orb thing. Also, where's my Discord? I saved some things that were slightly. Oh wait, this is. Wait. I need. The fuck is it? Is it on here? Wait, no. Oh, you know what? It's on my Tumblr. Fuck. Glowing circle. Listen, we're on the topic of glowing circle orb things right now. All right, coherent. Now we go here and we look at my fucking picture that I fucking took. Please, I need to stop posting. This thing, see that? Look at this. Another glowing circle orb thing wielded by the guy that was associated with the fucking thing. You know what I mean? This thing, this guy put hand on shoulders of the glowing circle orb thing. We got it. There's something going on. Okay. This salty tear water congests into a little crystal thing and then power. Hand. Wow. Link has hand. There's not really a lot to say here. It's just like the same sort of thing that was like sealing Ganon, but now it's on his hand. But it is not noticeably not maliced here. See how his forearm, because like his arm a lot fucked up. It's up to like here, you know, to like the quarter arm length. We see it maliced, and we also see it green, and we also see it normal. Notably here, normal. So this event of him green arm is before it gets fucked up in malice. Perhaps it was fucked up in malice because his arm was green, which was a threat to Ganondorf. You got that? So what you're saying is Sidon is a sage and one day he's gonna have to be sealed away with the Triforce. Maybe. I think some sage things could be at play here, given that they're bringing back all the little new gen champions, but then there's only 4 of them. And also, where the fuck is... Don't even get me started on where the fuck Teba is, and where the fuck Cass is, and Dorothan is, because they're all fucking dead, probably, and I hate that. But what is that? We're only in the 2019 trailer. Alright, we'll get to sign on when we had the chance. This is not ribbon malice, it's the coral malice, as some dub it, with fiery, grasping little malice, and it's like wisps of clouds that are going out to search for things, right? So this happens, presumably, after Ganon gets released from the seal, or whatever happens, he escapes. So this is malice that goes out to corrupt some things, right? So this is an event that happens after these events, right? Now, something grabbing hands. This temple, wow, temple is temple over temple. This temple. Ah, that's not it. This temple. See that? Temple. Look at the pyramid-esque thing, right? This also, we go back 5 seconds, and then we look at the thing, and we rapidly pause. Temple, I think. Unless, no. Wait a moment. This is shrouded in... Wait a moment. This is embedded in a rock, actually. Wait a moment. Fuck me, man. Hold on. We're discovering things. Where the fuck is my thing? Wait. This is... Because this is the outline of the temple here. And then... These are like the zonai thing. And then these are like claws of like... a lion? This is definitely the zonai pillar things that I said earlier. But this is embedded... You see that? This is like embedded in a mountain. So this can't be this. Because this rises up in the middle of the desert. So this is actually separate. This is separate. We've been wrong here, actually. So that means that we have 3 potential locations. Because this was something from the 2019 trailer. So maybe they were just fucking around. But I doubt that, because this is very well fucking rendered and things. But Ganondorf is either under Hyrule Castle, in this fucking temple thing, or in this thing. But I don't know anything about this other than that it's zonai associated. So I'm still gonna go with Ganondorf is in this castle. Actually, no. It's hard. I don't know. It's so hard to be right about things. He's definitely in one of those 3 locations. 100%. No doubt about it. I don't know fuck all with this shit. I don't fucking know. What the fuck? Okay. Let's ignore the things that I don't know and just talk about the things that I know for sure. Okay? Okay. Ganondorf corpse thing. Wow. Ooh, glow. The thing. Is this like, I think this shot is probably some like cutscene flashback thing to like contextualize or give exposition, because it's like, oh, the shadow shows him before, and it's like behind, and then it's there, and then it's foreshadowing. I don't know. This is blah. They're falling through the Ganon corpse. Creepy. Wow. Ganon corpse is dehydrated, and then he has the glowing eyes. Glowing thing. Remember glowing things on foreheads. People, I've discovered, those zonai love to put shit on their forehead when they have magic stuff around, you know? But anyhow, malice eyes, blah, 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 blah. And then you have a thing, you have no... Now, at this point, in the pre-Hyrule becomes Rocket. Pre-Hyrule becomes Rocket, no weird shit at all. No, zero. Look at the lack of, like, ancient Sheikah towers or shrines, and no glowing glyphs or islands in the sky. Pre-Hyrule Rocket, everything's okay. Ain't that cool, right? But then, whoo, thing erupts, inciting event. So I think, then in that case, I think that Ganondorf is under the castle, because if the inciting incident for everything is awakening Ganondorf, and then Link and Zelda have to go under Hyrule Castle, discover Ganondorf escapes, then Hyrule Castle erupts into the sky in malice. Right? Because it is the only thing that is flying in the sky because of malice. Everything else is not malice. It's just like floating there magically. So therefore, Ganondorf would be under Hyrule Castle in some zonai structure under Hyrule Castle where he was sealed. So I think we're just going back to that riddle theory. Therefore, this temple thing might just be some interesting dungeon. But it is like, because like, I can't tell from this shot what the architecture is like. I can't tell if it's zonai from this alone. This is interesting. I don't know if that's a spiral or not, but just like narratively, I think it makes sense for it all to come from Hyrule, since Hyrule Castle is the first thing that erupts. Hyrule Castle is the thing that's covered in malice, and it has the different types of fiery malice. Okay. This structure, therefore this, the structure that I pointed to earlier that was like different, that I thought was the thing is not, that could theoretically be under Hyrule Castle. Like if there was a cavern system, and then you had like the whole open lion thing going, that could be under Hyrule Castle. So it could be one and the same. But anyhow, this just finishes. And then, rises out from the ground, birds are scared, and then we're back to this shot. And then there's a heartbeat. And wow, the sequel is now in development, and that was fucking 2019. Alright, that's the first trailer. So what have we established? We've established Gerudo script, maybe stealing Ganon. Right? But Gerudo script spell thing, zonai associated because of colors, spirals, circles. Got it? What else we established? Ribbon malice from Ganon pre the thing, but then once he escapes, coral malice. Other types of malice also come up, and that's another thing. What else did we establish? This thing, not zonai. Cave painting, separate entity, different art style, not carving into wall. That is different art style. Plus, different depiction of Ganondorf, since this Ganondorf with the ponytail, and then the other Ganondorf didn't have a ponytail at the end here. See, non-ponytail, just kind of like long hair. It was different. This, not this. Got it? That's what we got. Was the Gerudo script theory proven wrong? Yeah, because when I say it out loud, it just contradicts my entire point about the spell thing being zonai, right? It is, I'm almost certain it is some sort of, like, script. We do see, in this, right? See, I was trying to translate these fucking ruins for a long-ass time. Or not ruins, script things. Because tell me this is not, like, script, right? You have, like, this fucking, like, weird, like, person thing out there, and then you got like this other thing that's like there, and then you have this other thing. It's like, what? That's stuff that could look similar to this thing, right? So I think maybe if the Gerudo script theory was wrong, it could be. It was a while ago since I've looked at the 2019 trailer, to be honest. But it's some sort of script for sure. I'm gonna say it's probably the zonai, given everything else that I've said about everything, right? Anyhow, that's the 2019 trailer. Now we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go, right? So I think probably like the zonai script might be the cave pen. Moving on. Then we have in 2021, fucking 2 years after the first little trailer, they were like, oh, let's give you a little bit more stuff. And so in E3 2021, they released this thing right here, right? And what do we have here? This is new types of malice. Bam. Ready? Hold on. I have to catch that. Come on. I should do like spam K to like catch the exact frame. So we have like fire. Well, actually, this is not fire. The malice does emit like an embryo sort of thing, even in like Breath of the Wild. You can see it, and that's what this stuff is. But we'll get to it in a sec. If you would fucking see, you can actually see it creeping up. I'm gonna move my thing. Whee! I'm over here now. You can see it kind of creeping up down here. Oh. Can I see? It's growing a little bit bigger. It's not ribbon malice, because the way that the ends sort of fray is not like the billowy sort of thing from Ganon Corpse. What do you mean spam K? Because you can press K to pause YouTube videos, and you can also use spacebar, but sometimes spacebar is the same shortcut as like other things, so I prefer to use K since it's specific and it's always there in Nintendo. Anyway. Fuck! Okay, that was fast. Okay, so this is something. This is like, you can use arrow keys for frame by frame stuff. You can? No, I thought that was, yeah. Arrow key, I don't know. Arrow keys for me is go back 5 seconds. So I think the things are different than for everybody. Okay, now cut to this shot. Link, arm. We don't know if the arm is okay. Specifically, you know, because as I said, oh my god, please move my thing. I'm over here now. We don't know if the arm is normal because we don't see it's covered up entirely, and you don't see the end of it to see if it's green. Because established also here, when his hand became green, his hand was normal. So the green part was first in the hand chronological timeline, right? And this here, hand gets maliced up. Theoretically, the hand is already green at this point, given what we saw in the 2019 trailer. Got it? And then the malice here is different. It's like spindly, and frame by frame is comma and period. Oh, is that right? Wait. Ooh, wait. That's interesting. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. All right, so yeah, so green. It's like a hand basically, just kind of reaching out. So different type. That's the third type of malice. Ribbon malice, fiery, spreading coral. We'll call it coral malice. And then we have this corrupting malice. You can come up with a better name if you want it. All right. Corrupting malice corrupts Link's arm. Oh no, so sad, right? And then choo frame. And then we're back to this frame. Let's just fucking spam K just so it goes faster. And then the malice keeps building, and the malice here now is red. Now there's another distinguishing factor besides the shape and the flow of the malice is the color. Because even in this shot, you can see here that like there is like pink-ish. Is my vision up? Does that affect you guys? If I put my darkness all the way, I don't know. I'm sorry if that was shit for you guys. But pink, like, you know, the color malice is usually like pink and whatever. This one's like red, like Ganondorf's eyes in the 2019 trailer. And my earring just fucking fell off. So now the malice red. What? What's going on? What the fuck's going on, man? And then we go here, and then malice is growing like a fire. Wow, ain't that crazy? And then we got Ganondorf here with his weird like holes in his chest. I don't really know what to make of this. Was he crucified? That's also another point I never got back to. His hands, holes, holes in hands. Maybe he was, I don't know, fucking Harold Christian Roman crucifixion. Who knows? Last thing, the fire malice growing bigger, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and then Zelda falls. Classic, you know, love falling for girls. And then bam! This light shot is so fucking stock image. Like, look at, like, there's like a jump cut. It's like, I think this was the original like image, and then they just did a zoom for the fucking thing. Cause like, look at this like frame. But see, it's like from here, and then immediately it jumps up here, and then it's the same size. And it's not. It's like, that's probably not from a cutscene or anything. I think this is just for effect of the trailer. And then we cut to this, and it's so fucking sick. Can you imagine? Like, could you remember, like, this being your fucking all you knew about Tears of the Kingdom, and then 2 years later, they show this shit where it's like insane. I love it. Anyhow, Link arm fucked up. Not just fucked up, but like fucked up. Because it's like, first it was green, then it was malice, and then now it's this shit, right? Some shit's going on. And if you'll look, there's a little thing that I would like to also point out. Remember how I said circles earlier? Remember how I said remember the circles and the spirals? Well, there's another thing that I would like to point out here, and that is, what kind of shape is that? That is, can I fucking move my thing? What kind of shape is that? That is a fucking square. Square. Straight lines. Squares. Wow, aren't squares cool? Remember squares. Remember circles, spirals, and now remember squares. Got it? Okay. So, we move on. Link Weird thing. Ooh, triangles. Actually, triangles is something you could remember if you want, but it's really just obviously Triforce related. Weird things in the background. Woo! Islands. Blah, blah, blah. Not really a lot to say here other than I believe these are some variant of like snow boots because they are padded with leather and then literally the frame before he's wearing the sandals. So it's like, new outfits in that thing. But outfits, that's a whole nother fucking thing to make theory about. We don't have that much time. Luckily, we have enough time as I want, but it's whatever. Birds, things, different boots. Remember this structure. Remember that. Got it? But there's really not. Okay. Okay. Now, another thing to remember. Minecraft. Yeah. Remember, that's how you remember. You have Minecraft squares, and then you also have zonai spiral circle green. Got that? Now, another thing you need to remember. Look at what shapes. Hey, kids. What shape do we see here? This one's a toughie. It's not a circle. It's not a square. No, that's right. It's an egg. I shouldn't have used blue. The sky's looking blue. We'll use red because I hate eggs. Egg. Wow. It's also got this eye thing with the 3 lashes on the bottom. And you know, this is some fucking egg thing. You know, given an eye, and it's a fucking Terrico. Oh my god, it looks like a minion. Ugh, I hate it even more now. Anyhow. You love this ugly construct guy. He's got something going on. He also has a weird little sweepy thing down there. But this, okay, a couple things to deconstruct. So first, main point, spiral circles, squares, eggs. Remember eggs. Now, first breakdown. Not Terrico confirmed. I'll kill myself before I let Terrico be a part of this fucking stream. Eggs, right? No, not Terrico. Shut up. No one, no, listen. There were a few points. First point, eyes. This eye is the same as the eyes that we see in, not the same, but it has the same sort of way that these cave drawings draw eyes, and that they have the 3 little lashes on the bottom, right? And for them, they're triangles. For this, they are not, they're kind of like trapezoidal. So it's kind of weird. But association of this obviously zonai thing, because color scheme and the fact that in the gameplay trailer you see the zonai construct core thing, and it's like, woohoo, love that. Zonai thing has similarity to carving. So carving done by zonai. Got more evidence to the correlation, right? Always got to remember what we can establish as probable fact or true. I'm trying to draw Ganondorf and spent 1 hour just trying to draw his jewelry and just ended up just looking at this just. Yeah, because the designs kind of fuck. They fuck a lot. Like, this shit. Did you see that Ganondorf art? It's like pretty. Getting ahead of myself. Anyhow. Point 1, zonai thing associated carving, zonai construct, blah, right? Second thing. I guess it would be this, not this. Second thing. Now, the thing that you see down here. Wow, what the fuck is that? Fuck is that, Kip? I don't fucking know. That's why I'm making a stream about it so that I figure it out. But this thing, it's a little digital fucking tit, right? Same thing as the gameplay trailer when you... Hold on.
Come on. Keep going.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Wait, can you show the thing?
You had to use...
Okay, this is a bad shot. But basically, the rune things, see this? It's a similar sort of like look. I don't know how to describe it, but I want to get one where it's like, I think this is the best. Can you please?
Fuse it to an arrow and...
fuse it to the arrow. Okay, boom. See, so like, you see how like they have like this icon sort of thing that is interesting? Look at like the I don't know what to call it, like the art style of the thing, right? It's like, wow. And then all of the little like rune things have that. So like for the master hand or whatever, it's a fucking Gendorf. Can you show my point? So he has like a little hand up there, and then for the other shit, it's like it's different stuff. It's different. See, the ascension thing is like getting abducted by a UFO or whatever. It's a different thing. We don't know how many runes there are, but given that they're kind of similar theoretically in like a simplistic symbol that shows what power you're doing, could this be an indication that like, oh, you're supposed to use this rune to defeat this monster? Or perhaps this is a construct that is teaching you how to use the different runes. So like this is a rune, and then this monster, this construct is teaching it to you. Ain't that? That could be something. That is my theory about that. Now, another thing. Point out this like little egg / lotus bud thing that is important. And also look down there. What do we see? But we see, let's say it together, kids. Squares. Square things. Squares. Lines. Straight lines. Not circles. Not eggs. Straight line things. Got it? Alright. Moving on. They kind of look like the soul things from the Silent Realm from Skyward Sword. And then this cool thing. I think, see, originally, I was like, why did the goblin horns look different? Was this like in a different time? I think it's just, I'm ditching my original speculations about time travel, because it's easier for me that way, and I would like for the Taroko timeline to not be associated with anything here. I think the monsters were just kind of given a glow up when Ganondorf released the glow up malice magic. I think that's what's going on and why they're more sophisticated here, right? Because at this point, this, I believe, is post Breath of the Wild. It has to be, because Death Mountain is not active with lava. And Death Mountain, it's stated in Breath of the Wild that Death Mountain was dormant, but it only became active once Vah Rudania started acting around, and that's why it had lava in Breath of the Wild, because Vah Rudania was not defeated yet, and Ganondorf was not defeated yet, so that's why it was that thing. So this is just or even just in a meta way, the game developers was like, oh, we're just gonna make the goblins look cooler because new game. Could also be that. But because the one hindrance to my saying that like, oh, the goblins look different because of Ganondorf is because we do see in later shots that Death Mountain is not dormant, but it's erupting with not lava, but malice. So there is probably some other incident between there. So I don't know. Sometimes you don't know. But not me, actually. I know everything. But ignore what I just said. Arm. Ooh, powering up. Look at this. Remember that? Remember these guys? We saw them a few minutes ago when I was talking about them. It's fucking script thing that is the zonai. The thing, zonai thing, zonai arm, zonai carving script. Remember? Just remember, put your remembering caps on, alright? So, something here, Link tits out, he's naked in this except for his underwear, which is new underwear, by the way, and not the ancient Sheik underwear that he wore in Breath of the Wild. And something healing his arm? Powering it up? Question mark? I posit because there's a lot of things that go on with Link's arm. There's so many things. It's Link's arm turning into a lava lamp. Sure, but there's different types of lava lamps. Like, listen, like arm. So there's a few things. Arm. I don't know if my hand can, okay, arm, right? So first arm green, right? But first arm was only green. No brace thing, no little jewelry, just arm green. Then somewhere down the line after that, arm malice. Then arm fucked up. But then something else happened. Arm gets cool jewelry. And then it can be powered up. And then sometime after that, arm has cool thing on the thing, the what do you call this, back of hand, and then there's gold. Okay, that is something that you will see in the fucking what the fuck is it? The delay trailer where they announced that, oh, good delay in the game, but that's something. I think this scenario here, given that it's kind of lighting up like these like little circuit things, is that it's powering up this brace thing that is keeping his hand from fucking up his body or something like that, maybe. And given that it's in a zonai thing, that means both the green energy arm and also the jewelry brace thing, zonai. Got it? Link's arm looks like what happened when you mix green and red paint as a child. You know, Link's creative like that. He loves plain little things. This is just, there's not a lot to say here. Cool monsters, cool little rewind ability. I think a Moblin is wearing a Brock hat back there. That's really about it. This, I think, so originally we were like, whoa, cool, flamethrower. That's so, what, how do we get a flamethrower? I think this is actually some sort of construct you can make with like the fuse ability that we see in the gameplay demonstration. So I think that's what that is. This thing is underground, and I don't think it's not in a Hylian ruin because of the bricks. It's not correct. It's some ancient ruins. It could be the caverns that lead. There could be a lot of connecting caverns under Hyrule Castle, and that is the depth. Because there's so like I feel like there's also another thing that I should talk about real quick before we go any further. So I have this other theory ever since I looked at the circles and squares on the Tears of the Kingdom Switch. That like in 2022 there was a leak about the new Tears of the Kingdom Switch before it even came out, and I stumbled across it. I didn't post about it because I didn't want to like share leaks on Tumblr, that sort of thing, but I saw it, and it has the Switch Joy-Cons. Okay, so you switch Joy-Cons. I'll use my plain ones and not my thing, right? And then one of them has circles, and the other one has squares. Why is that important? Other than me telling you that it was important and applying it throughout the whole screen. Well, it was this thing where, it's I'm trying to deconstruct what the narrative themes of Tears of the Kingdom are, right? And originally, what my association is something along the lines of like, oh, as above, so below, because you have your things in the sky and you have the gods and the legacy, and then also down below you have Ganondorf and or else the normal people, and it's like caught in between heaven and hell, and then you have the things with like the sort of like Greek hero clothing, like the way that like Link's outfit is sort of thing. So I was like, it's gonna be something where it's like, oh, let's look back at the legacy of the heroes, like with the Zonai thousands and thousands of years ago, and then it would tie back to like, oh, but the thing with Ganondorf is coming back. So not only do we have to like defeat Ganondorf, but we have to remember the legacy of everything, and we have to make sure that the new Hyrule that we create will not make bad shit. That I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like that's what I was trying to like think about, where it's like legacy versus like the tale that people tell when they succeed versus like the villains, right? So it's like, oh, look at all these great people, the Zonai, and then they defeated that thing long ago. But the thing long ago is like, oh, I'm still mad, and it's coming back, and it's a cycle, and it's like this new Hyrule needs to be beyond those sorts of ideals. It needs to like, we need to like band together, power, friendship, something like that, right? And like learn from mistakes and not repeat them, which is something that I believe is hinted at in Breath of the Wild, but not necessarily fully developed, since it was more something that was along the lines of grief, of like how to like grieve from like failure and like moving on from those kinds of traumas and that thing. Which is why, if you remember a long time of months ago, I was asking people, hey, what do you think Breath of the Wild was about, is because I was trying to gauge what was that strongest theme from Breath of the Wild. And therefore, if we establish what the strongest theme from Breath of the Wild is, we can establish the natural progression of that to its sequel in Tears of the Kingdom. So since Breath of the Wild is about the grief and trauma and failure of like people that like were trying to do everything they could to like save everyone, but they still failed and it wasn't fair and that blah blah blah, and then you're moving and grieving from that, then it goes into the bigger picture and it's like, okay, how many different people have won and failed and succeeded, and how do we like stop this needless cycle from happening? And yes, you are correct, Steele, that the logo of Tears of the Kingdom is the Ouroboros. Is that how you pronounce it? I read stuff and I never say it out loud until like right now. The snake that eats itself, the snakes that eat itself, and it's the cycle that represents the cycle, like the world, not the world snake. I think it's different than the world snake. Or it's like snake eats itself cycles, right? So all in all, I think Tears of the Kingdom is about not necessarily two different civilizations, but it's two different ideas of these two people, these two like heroes and villains are fighting each other cyclically forever and ever, and it needs to stop. So you have the circles and you have the squares. All right, now stay with me, because Tears of the Kingdom, it has, in this trailer that we are watching here, there is a shot that nobody cares about, but I care about a lot, because they added like a tear drop water thing, right? And I think it's something where it's like something above gets like dripped down like below, and then it's like like water cycle, something like that. It's like we get, it's like how I think we need to play that. But the point is, why I'm focusing on circles and squares is because I think they represent two different sides of the cycle that has continued to occur for thousands and thousands of millions of years, and that they could stop that eventually, which is why the two Joy-Cons are on either side of the thing, because it's one side the thing and the other side the other thing, and Link's arm is the squares with the thing on the one side, but also it's green and there's also malice and it's fighting itself, and it's like, okay, we're gonna move on. We got it. That's why I care about that. Okay? Now, this shot is the tear water thing going in reverse. Why is it going in reverse? Is the tear a representation of the pain that we experience in the cycles of violence, and we're trying to reverse that? That's what I'm potentially thinking. Because this looks like regular water to me. It looks like, but then it looks like regular water. It's not like golden tears as we see in the other trailer. But then it's like a tiny little thing, but it fills up that whole thing. So it's like, what's I don't know. I don't know. But tears reverse the cycle thing, and then it's going up, and then Link's also going up and ascending, and it's like Link is like dealing in both the like the heavens of Hyrule and the Great Legacy, but also digging down deep into its deepest sin. So it's above and below, and the tear is from above, and then it goes below. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Got it? And then egg, lotus bud, whatever you want to call it, egg. Also, up here, your mouse, more squares. So, previously, I was like, aha, the square things are the zonai, and then the circle thing is something else. So the zonai with the little squares, and then some other thing is going to be circles, like maybe Ganondorf is going to be circles. That's what I thought originally, but implying by the way that I'm phrasing this question, other things occur later that contradict that. Okay. But we also have the backwards thing. It's not actually, so I know that I know people are like, oh, reverse the audio of every trailer and find out what's going on. But actually, the way that the music is, it's not actually reversed audio. It's for most of the musical tracks, it's actually reversed notes. Each note is played in reverse. There are specific keyboards out there that you can play. My keyboard actually does it too. It has a setting where you can reverse the audio of the specific note and not a melody as a whole. So it's not like, for example, me saying a sentence and then the sentence is played back. It's more like me saying a word and each word is played back, right? So I'm just saying that to the point that like reversing the audio for certain songs and most of the songs is not actually as helpful as it initially seems, if that makes sense. So like there have been theories that like it is the reversed audio of like the game over the game over melody in the very first Zelda. But it could go that way, but it also couldn't because it is a different key signature slightly. So it's not the same thing. Hello, roommates. And that's that point. I just wanted to touch upon the music thing because that's also something right? Meanwhile, click play. Castle rising fiery. Woo, that's a new type of malice. Me thinks this malice just means malice that is fucking rising Hyrule Castle, just some powerful malice to like, woo, rocket ship, right? And then probably maybe where Ganondorf corpse is chilling out with his heart full of malice and his great blah 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 blah. Right? Right. So malice kind of rises, kind of like lava almost, which is kind of funny where it's like later on it's in Death Mountain. And you see the and it's the same thing probably in Breath of the Wild where it's like, oh, you can fight it at any time, it's out there in the distance, but maybe you go around and get stronger first. And I don't know. They're just kind of reusing Hyrule Castle and presumably the area under it as the final battle that's always on the horizon. Because it is like it is a well crafted like sandbox world where it's like you can always see Hyrule Castle, like your final destination, no matter where you go. And they're doing it again, but now they're raising it in the air because you're also going. Anyhow, Hyrule Space Program. You know, glad they got some funding this year. This so the Urha, I forgot how it's pronounced. It's like it's a type of violin. Not like a European violin. Like it's a 2 or 3 strung instrument. It's the same instrument that they use for Breath of the Wild soundtrack, but they're using it here at the end of this trailer to be like, ooh, we're cheeky like that, and I love that for them because I'm paying attention to music things. Question: do you think there's a possibility we play Link before he loses his arm? Abso-fucking-lutely, I do, because we play Link in fucking Breath of the Wild. I know the name of the game. We play Link in Breath of the Wild without ruins for a time, without fucking clothes. I think it's gonna be a similar Great Plateau deal, where like we play Link with like a sword, maybe not the Sheikah Slate, maybe, but like we play Link with like a sword and then use the thing, but then another incident happens and then it forces us to have fucked up arm after that. I think it's something like that. Because I think from the gameplay trailer, the abilities that the arm gives you seem to be a core concept, a core thing that like lets you play the game. So it's probably like a Great Plateau ruin situation where like you play for a bit without it, but then you get into it and then you have the fucking fucked up arm thing. But yeah, so this is thing to note here about this. So Hyrule Castle, I think I've touched upon this before, but this is again, I love having further proof the previously established statements to show that they are more likely the case, you know? Hyrule Castle alone up there in the sky, no other islands, which means that the incident that erupts the other Zonai Islands is separate from the incident that erupts this one. Presumably the awakening of Ganondorf erupts Hyrule Castle into the sky as Ganondorf wants to be a real boy or some shit like that. So something after that maybe when Link gets the little jewelry on the arm, and then Zelda falls and finds the mystery man or whatever, and then the other islands erupt into the sky in response to Hyrule Castle erupting, right? So it's a separate incident. This is sometime before everything else. Gotcha? Gotcha. Follow-up question. How is Link going to be able to take selfies now? Well, I mean, it was always a question of how he took selfies back in Breath of the Wild, because he had the Sheikah Slate, but then it would just, like, show him in 3D with both of his arms out, being like, what's up, man? So, like, probably some weird... Wouldn't it be funny if he just, like, took his hand and was like, yes, selfie, just, like, literal hand thing. Or maybe they'll do that concept in the creating a champion thing, where, like, he has a little thing on here, and it's, like, a little dragonfly, and then it flies out, and then it's, like, takes a picture. I don't know. Could be fun. Could be fun. Could be fun. But is that it for this trailer? Am I forgetting something? Remember when we thought it was coming out in 2022? Remember when we thought that? Yeah, me too. Okay, that's it for that. Then we have this is when they were like, oh, we gotta take our time, so we're gonna delay this by a year. Sucks, but also cool, because I love when they take their time to make things that are good. Anyhow, this is all the same. Mostly this thing is just apologizing, and they just wanted to, like, expand on the world. And like, that's cool. And then with the same sort of reused footage, except for this part here, where we see Link in a circular area, an area with circles, with the zonai script. Zonai, remember area, circles, zonai script? That was here when his arm, where the fuck is it? Is it here? There. See? Circular thing, zonai thing. Not the same location, I think, given the proportions of everything, but it is something similar, to be sure. It's also out in open air and not in dark cavern, so, I don't know. Interesting. Again, zonai bow, the little square things. Remember, like, the zonai construct thing had the little square, or, like, trapezoid-esque, like, out things, and then this thing also has little out things, and the same thing on the shield, zonai stuff, blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, this is what's important. Well, everything's important, but this is what's extra important. There is a thing down here. See this? See this? This is a thing. This is a thing that is on his thing that was not there before. Remember when we were here? Remember when we were here and we saw this thing, and this thing, no thing, at least not glowing, no thing. But then here, a thing, and it's gold and glowing. And what else is glowing? Link's sword that is fucked up is glowing. And there's also, like, weird etchings on the thing. There's like let me lower this a little bit, and then just like, so like it's like a thing here, and then it's like going up like that, and then this is like here, and this going like that. It's hard to know what it is exactly, which is why I really wish I was at that conference where they had the 3D, not 3D, the fucking sculpture. All sculptures are 3D. Like the sculpture of, like, Link with his hand out. Because I would kill to be there and just, like, inspect that thoroughly, because all the photos everyone took was them just having, you know, selfie, taking a picture of the thing as a whole. I need the details of the palm thing, but, you know, it's fine, because people can enjoy themselves, and it's fine. But me not fine. Anyhow, sword glowing, yes. And arm thing glowing. What? Crazy. Separate thing, this, I keep, like, pointing at my monitor, but you can't see that. This thing glowing, separate then arm, hand glowing, separate then sword glowing. What's going on? Is this perhaps an item that is glowing a lot? Okay, so, now, remember, kids, your types of malice, Methinks the malice, given the way that the fucking like tendril sort of thing, that the way the Master Sword is destroyed, methinks it was the corrupting sort of malice, sort of similar malice that like was like a hand on Link's arm. I think maybe Link was like holding the Master Sword and then it corrupted that and went for his arm. I think that's the type of malice that fucked up the Master Sword, right? But anyhow, glowing thing, hand associated with Master Sword. Where else do you remember, in recent memory, do you remember glowing golden thing and Master Sword? Give you a few seconds to think about it. That's right. It's in the final trailer where we see Zelda actually fucking holding a golden tear thing and being associated with Master Sword. So first you have like this. Oh, not that.
Final.
Ooh, Zelda Master Sword looks to be intact, right? But can I find? Okay, so remember, Zelda has this thing, golden tear thing. Golden tear thing. Zelda's gonna do a thing, right? She said she's gonna do a thing. There's a shot here. I forgot where it is. Because this was the most recent one, so I don't have it as memorized. There we go. Fucking Subnautica thing. Okay, so this is like the same setting. I can pinpoint exactly where this is in Hyrule, honestly, if I just give it. Actually, yeah, let's fucking do that right now. Actually, let's do that. Let's go to let's go to the well. And let's go here. Go here. And we're gonna get rid of the shrines and this fucking. I don't want the Koroks. I can't remember the Koroks. Koroks? Am I dumb? There we go. Location names, towers, just whatever. Okay, so this is above, I think, Lake Hylia, because this area here. So obviously this is the Gerudo area. So that would this like this. But why is it like Gerudo here? Was it Gerudo there? Was it Gerudo there? But this mountain range is actually the Faron grasslands, because of this specific structure here. I believe that to be. Oh my god, I keep looking this up. This right here, right? And then the slopes of the mountain are stony because they cave into what will be Lake Hylia. So I think specifically it's sort of this angle right here. Because you do have, if we line it up correctly, so you have your three sort of mountain ranges, right? You have this initial Faron grassland mountain range. Then separate from that, you have this plateau. Then behind all of that, you have another mountain range plateauing in the back, right? And then you also have trees on this part. So this is an area that has sparse evergreen trees, and then it leads down to a lake. If we line that up with this, we see this is a stony area. Can you load my thing, please? And we go with the stony mountains of the Faron grasslands. That moves up here. We have sparse trees, specifically pine trees, because these are like the oak-ish trees, but they're different. These are the symbol for pine trees. And then following that, we also have a leveling plateau, and then behind that, even more flat plateaus. So I believe this to all be over Hylia Island, perhaps? Wow, what a convenient name for there to be someone that is the incarnation of Hylia. But that is, that's where I think this is. Some island in the sky, right? But besides that point,
I am here.
we have
It's something.
Zelda with, I believe, to be an intact Master Sword. Now, it's hard to tell, given that in here, we see that Master Sword is intact up until this point where you see the Triforce symbol. And here we can only see part of the Triforce symbol. But I think it could be, I think it's intact because of my gut instinct. I'll be honest. I don't have a lot of evidence. I just feel like it's attacked because Zelda has a glowing gold thing and then the Master Sword, and then Link has a glowing gold thing and then the Master Sword. But there has to be some sort of why would Zelda have the Master Sword if Link has the Master Sword right here? Unless this was something before Link got it and got it corrupted. You know what I mean? Because, unless this is a scene after he fully repaired it, or she's given, the last golden tear to, fully repair the Master Sword, and she does have the ability to speak to Fi as implied in Breath of the Wild, but it's something. It's something. But, anyhow, I believe that this thing, where, Link, the sword is glowing and the gold thing is glowing, I think over the course of Tears of the Kingdom, Link will be collecting these 7 tears. The last one, or perhaps the first one, being bestowed on by Zelda to fully fix it. This golden tear thing. And then, the reason, so why does Link have the glowing thing in the first place? I think since there are 7 of these, right, one of these could be embedded into Link's fucking back of the hand. Arm gauntlet thing, right? Where did he get that? Well, that's why I thought this occurs before this is corrupted, because this could be Zelda giving the thing to Link at some point, or it could just be Link fucking finds it, or the zonai something gives it to him, and then this is sometime after that. Who knows? But that's pretty much all to be said about this trailer, so that's the only thing of note to happen there, right? Moving on. Now, me allergies, me sick. But now, next thing to note here. Ooh, the first official trailer of Tears of the Kingdom in fucking 2022. Fucking 3 years after 2019. Wow. So let's play it. That first chord is the chord for the Breath of the Wild thing, where it's like dun 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 dun, and it's just saying, just wanted to know that, because and you have remember this sort of motif of embers coming up from the bottom right and flowing up there. That's the same sort of thing that occurs in the sequel trailer here, but this one was Malice, but this one is just regular fire, presumably. But then on this side, it's over there. And then this, obviously, is the same thing that we see here at the end of that, where it's, Ganondorf, corrupting, killing all the Sheikah people, question mark? I think these are Sheikah, because they have the hairs in the buns, which is, what the Sheikah's, soldiers kind of wear, but also they have the weird symbol on the thing, and they're also wearing sword. It's hard to say. But yeah. Okay, now here's another thing. Did you catch that? Did you see what I saw? Did you see? Watch it again. Boom. Did you see? Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? This is... What's the shapes? Everyone? It's the straight line square things. So first you have the straight line square things of this, because that is something to be sure, right? But this one is Malice. And then you also have the shadows that are encroaching on this actual scene are also lined stuff. You know what? Can you see that kind of? The way the shadows are creeping up. It's not a normal fade sort of thing. It's just it's literally encroaching or whatever. So weird. And up until this point, the line creeping things was only associated with the zonai architecture over here, right? And on Link's arm. But now the line things also seen here. It could be that since this is a structure that we've previously established is carved out by the zonai, maybe it's just their style. But I think more likely, oh my god, my earring. Why do I even have this on? Is for gender purposes, that's why. Blind thing is just some representation of like taking power or control. It's just something, a cool little, it's like a motif of sorts, right? But it's a motif that's shared by both the zonai up here and also the malice thing. So that's interesting. Floating island thing, script, 6 tiers, bunny ears, happy Easter, blah blah blah. Kind of went over that at this point. It's like the heavens literally parting for this dude. This person, lesbian, mysterious lesbian, malice. I think she's floating. I think, instead of falling. Even that her hair is like down this way, right? You don't fall here first, your hair falls after you. So I think she's like floating or something. Maybe it's depicting like, oh, this zonai bunny deity saved this girl from falling into the malice, right? And then now they're friends. Ain't that something? Now here is something to be said. So originally we were like, oh, that's Zelda or some other incarnation of Zelda, but I think it's an incarnation of Zelda. Now, is it just like some incarnation of Zelda that we'll never see or meet? Nay, I think it is the lesbian right here. Because, note, long golden hair, she has the thing on the forehead thing. She has the very pointy ears that protrude out from even her hair, and very pointy ears. Like the Hylian ears are like half that size, but she got very long ears. Yes, thanks, very long ears. And she also has the egg and the gold, blah blah blah. She's wearing the same dress as Zelda. She has the same exact eye color of Zelda. And like if we compare like this thing to like another thing of Zelda, like look at that eye color, look at that eye color, this eye color, that eye color. The difference being though, eyebrows vastly different. And the hair, at least in this lighting, not exactly the same color, but I think the eyebrows is the biggest indicator because she has thick eyebrows, kind of like grown, because obviously genetics her father, and then this girl, lesbian, has thin eyebrows. So I don't think this is necessarily Zelda having a new like Super Saiyan form. I think this is a depiction of a previous incarnation of Zelda in this sort of thing. So I think this is some sort of flashback. This is some sort of flashback for this, and it's showing, oh, this is how she and the bunny dude worked together to have teardrops or something. Hey, Breath of the Wild, Zelda crying, or is that a tattoo? That is a tattoo. Thank you for noting that, because I did. So, like, she has one tattoo on either eye. You see this, but she has one tattoo on either eye. This, lesbian has 4 total. So, like, 4 on each eye, so 8 total. Which is interesting, because there are 7 of the things. But then there's like 7 of the things, right, that was depicted up here, right? But then up here, we actually see there are 2 things. See that? There are 2 ears. 2 tiers, sorry. So could that be that there were actually 8 in total, and then this person is so, like, very, like, well experienced with her power and that she gets to have 8 tattoos. Meanwhile, Zelda is just starting off, so she only has like the 1 on each side. Perhaps. Who knows? Now, moving on from that. Circles. Circles. Look at that. Circles. Circles. Big circle. Circle. Also, should have noted here. Circle. Got it? Circles. All over the place. All of in plain sight. Now, this is the same architecture, the zonai thing. This is the thing that we see over here. Well, like, it's not the exact same structure, but this is like the same architectural design that we see in blah blah blah, and then blah blah blah. And then Link is going out, and then he's going, and then this is a cut from a different scene, obviously. And then you go and you jump in, and it's like, wow! And then you jump, and then you fall. The thing we see here from the gameplay trailer, this is just rocks that are falling down, and you reverse it to go back up. This is in the fair on. Oh, actually, I think I know this place. This is the bridge. From. I think it's this place right here, Sedron Bridge, because you have the Wait, that's not it. Because you have like this sort of like plateau-y thing. And that's kind of similar to like this, or it might be because there's a few locations that are like that. I've seen that place before. But yeah, because it has the pillars and then the open area, and then because this down here is a river. You can tell by the rock thing, so it's a bridge. So I'm pretty sure this is right here, Sartron Bridge. And then it rises up and then you go to a class. Blah 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 blah. And you have the little like bat things and this thing covered in cyclone. What? Climbing up here. I can't tell what this is because everything below is so cloudy. X. Okay, lots of things to note here. So there is a greater structure, big structure up here. There is Malice from Death Mountain, Malice from Hyrule Castle, obviously. And then you have the new... I'm over here now. You have the new, like, structure tower things all over. You can see, stable down there. So I think these are zonai structures, one. And I think they are the equivalent of ancient, Sheikah towers, for this game, right? So, let me just move myself back here. And then you follow this thing, and then it leads you to a thing. Korok Force died up in the chat for Jilltree. Actually, you're right. What? I think we can see Korok. Oh, it's hard to see because the fog that the Koroks love to be in. Yeah, it would be somewhere over there, but it's hard to see. And then you have these like weird glyphs that like I don't even know what these do. I got nothing for that. Third thing has symbols up here, but are not the same sort of symbols of the Zonai script. It's like some other thing. Could be another civilization, aka something associated with the cave painting that I have not assigned a civilization to yet. But that being said, oh, that's not true. Sorry. And then you reveal the snake cycles, the blah 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 blah, and then it's the Tears of the Kingdom. Wow, ain't that fun? You should also note though, on these, this is probably the clearest time you can see it. There are actually, see that? That is the symbols of the like the Zonai script thing. That's like, remember like the little blue and then that, and it's like a little dude, and it's like that, and it's like that, and it's like that, it's like that. That's there. So definitely Zonai for sure, but I think that was obvious given the dragon thing. But again, what is Kip like? Kip's like reaffirming the things to establish what is the fact and the got it? The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We have two tiers up here. We have the circle. We have the spiral thing, and the Easter bunny, and the lesbian Zelda, and then the blah, and the Tears of the Kingdom. Right? Now, some things would be said, and this was the first official reveal of the name of the whole thing. So back to circles and squares, right? So now I'm thinking Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, so it's about drama again and about how fucked everything is, just like Breath of the Wild. But nay, it is also about the cyclical nature of it. So I think it's just adding more to my theory that it's cyclical bad times and how to stop doing that. Learn from the mistakes and break the cycle and the blah, the blah, the blah, right? And then also more medley, not medley, in a more meta level, the fact that they released the remake of Skyward Sword pretty much just before they like started like promoting this thing all over the place implies to me that they want that Skyward Sword lore to be out there more fresh so that people can pick up on like the details and stuff that's going to be present in Tears of the Kingdom. Now, and also in the fact that like pretty much all the marketing except for today's final trailer have been very hush quiet about what the actual story of Tears of the Kingdom is about. So me think tears, when a tear drops, it ripples out into circles, right? So me thinks circles represent the consequences of like the consequences of the bad of our actions, something like that, right? So when something up above, and then it does something, and then it ripples out, and it affects everything. So tears. Contrast that with the squares, and in the squares that we've seen, the squares are like encroaching upon things. We have the malice squares; they're trying to take things. We have the zonai squares, which are like creating like the structures and they're trying to create things. But as we know, something happened to the zonai that caused them to disappear for millions of years. So it could be that I think I have this not so much a hunch. No, it's a hunch. I have this baseless theory that I think is fun, that Easter Bunny dude, Zonai, is also bad. Because I think it could be that since both the malice that we see squares and also the zonai that we see squares are one and the same, and yet we still have the separate entity that is against them, that is ripples that are the consequences of our actions. It could be something where it was the conflict between the zonai and Ganon, and it was morally gray, and they both did things, and they had a war, and it was bad because they both wanted power or something like that. Maybe. So that's my sort of baseless theory, but it's based on narrative evidence, if that makes sense. Now, take that theory with you as we go onto the next few trailers, right? Got it? I think that's it for this, because, yep. So, now we have thunder, and we have again more of the glowing spiral things. Woo, zonai is circling up. Note also that the zonai thing that seals Ganondorf away is spirals and not squares. So I think there are two aspects of the zonai where it's like the spirals, good because it's sealing away the evil and it's like letting you fly and go up and ascend, versus the other thing where it's like malice, and the other thing it's like building. I don't know. There's like two different aspects there. But got cool little dragon guys. Right. This is the military camp. First, because here let me prove it. So we have okay. So we have. Why do I know this is the military camp? Well, besides the fact that I know this tower from Tears of the Kingdom here. So we have this mountain range right here, and then we also have a river that is going up here, and then we have a separate mountain range that goes up taller down here. Now, if we compare that to here, so the military camp is up here, and we have this river down here, and then we have this mountain range up here, and then we relate that to the mountain range that goes up to the Elden range up here, and then this would be this tower right here, which has like the bridge and that sort of thing. And see, bridge thing, tower, river, mountain range, bridge thing, tower, Elden mountain range, further Cradle Hills here. That's the thing, right? And that is kind of close to Korra Forest, so interesting. Anyhow. Thunder striking. This here is more of those like tower things that I think are the equivalent of ancient Sheikah towers, but I don't know what the light thing is. Not golden light, so I don't think it's magical, but I do think it is some sort of technology that is making glow like that, right? And then we have this is Giza Crater. This is Giza Crater. This is in the trailers here. Let me show you. where this is. So this is right here on the Tabantha frontier. See if this loads. So you have the Giza craters here, down here, and then you have this sort of mountain range with the lake, and then you have what would be the Sheikah Tower up here, but instead we have so Giza craters. This is where the storm cloud doesn't fly to be near village. Yes, I will get to that also. So like there's like a lot of clouds up there, but we have this structure here actually that I haven't noticed until right now. That would be up here by Chino Mountain, unless it's an upside down. No, it can't be an upside down view because the edge is on this side. So this, do you see that? There is a thing down here. Oh, also there's like blue particles, which is like the fog in Korok Forest out here. It's like, oh shit, that's wrong. But yeah, you see like there's like a thing. It's like a, oh jeez. Let me lower this a little bit. Boop. There's like a little like pentagon sort of thing going on here, and then it's like a thing up here, and there's like a bridge structure, and then there's like something here. I think this is a long period of time, as proven by the final trailer. This is actually a longer period of time. This game does not occur right after Breath of the Wild. Or at least there is some sort of time jump within that game. Because we see like Tulin like fucking grown up and like redo with different designs, and then like people are building things and the time has passed. So it could be that these structures like this have been built across Hyrule in an attempt to like, you know, revitalize the kingdom in the time that's passed between Breath of the Wild and now. So it is interesting. Let us play here. We have these Zolfos with the fiery malice. Do you see that? This is the fiery red malice that was kind of used for corruption on Link, but it also seems to be enhancing like these monsters here. So that is interesting. But there is a thing here. This particles that are out here is similar particles to the Typhlo ruins, which are up over in this area there, right? Because it's like enshrouded in darkness, and then there's like the trees, and then blah 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 whatever, and it's also near Korok Forest, but I don't really know if that's relevant. But it's interesting because that's sort of a similar thing, and you also have these like soul fire things here, and they're mining a rock, and the rock has like circles on it.
Right.
And then you have the giant fucking dragon here, which is so fucking sick. Something there, blah blah blah. This is Hylia Bridge, obviously. This is This is also nothing to note here. So the malice that is here on Death Mountain, same malice that's on Hyrule Castle, implying they might have. Those are events that happened simultaneously, given that the event of the other islands in the sky has not happened yet. So it's something Zelda, Link, Awakened Ganon Corpse wakes up, rises Hyrule Castle, also does something to Death Mountain. Now, what does he want in Death Mountain? I have no idea. Maybe he just wants to kill everything. That's why he awakened. Maybe he's just all over Hyrule. He's just causing a bunch of chaos to kill everything and no survivors, blah, 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 blah. That's probably it. But, yes, moving on.
Sweep over Hyrule.
Now, we have this. This thing is Town Village. And now, this is actually easier for me to pinpoint exactly where that fucking thing is, because we have this. This is them. This is Purah's lab. This sweeps down there to the right. Down. So it's up this sort of plateau thing. Sweeps down there to the right. So it would be right here then, right? Because that is... It's kind of like by the windmill. So I believe that to be right here. And we don't have a structure there at the moment. So I believe this to be something that has erupted afterwards, probably with something zonai. But it's interesting that this exists here, this zonai thing, when there are no islands in the sky. Which means perhaps maybe these devices themselves are the things that you go up to activate to raise islands in the sky? Perhaps? Not sure. It's unclear.
Eliminate this kingdom
Blood
and her
moon.
allies. Leave no survivors.
blood moon meteor thing, something explosion. Wow. Actually, I want to look at that.
Leave no
I think that's a
survivors.
I think it's a Lionel. Not sure. Couldn't really say. If I go back a little bit. Oh, wait a moment. We see there's like a thing up here. And then there's like a, you see that? There's like an arm or whatever. But like this looks like 4 legs. This looks like a Lionel maybe. It's kind of big. Unless this is like a cape or something. Oh shit. This is interesting. It's hard to discern. It's like a spider. Yeah. It's like Ganondorf's, like, Calamity Ganon's, like, little spider arm things in, like, the final fight. So, could be something like that. Something like powering up. And then something fade to white. Yeah, nothing else to do with that. That is, I'm presuming to be Jack Mountain reacting to the bunch of malice that is erupting it, because this is like magma shit. Where was it? Run the worm lizard enemies from that. This is more stuff from them erupting. This is the thing. And now we also see here, no islands in the sky yet, but also we already see these zonai, like glyphs that are like in the countryside. So it kind of leads me to more suspect that the islands are something that you as the player activate that are them in the sky, since we don't see them in a lot of the shots that we see. So goblins, you got big goblin dude, and this like re-dead looking guy, which is kind of sick. Castle running, blah blah. This is some sort of valley riddle. And then this looks like a place in Kakariko Village, honestly. I couldn't say a bit, but it's like the same style. But then this is ancient Chica, so it's like, what's going on here? And then it's I don't know what to say there. There was a shot in the final trailer where Link is on this pedestal and it's rising up. But we'll get to that eventually. Big common dude. This guy's got gem thing. Little Shikata. Yeah. But the plateau doesn't have thunder on it anymore. Now, this is also something. So the Thundera Plateau is associated with the Zonai because of the fucking Zonai ruins that are on it. And it's always thunder in there, up here. But, not thunder in here after we fuck around with the Zonai, which is interesting. And also, the orbs, basically, that are on that island are kind of similar to this orb that this Hinox has, but it's not like a perfect sphere, but it is that sort of like theme of like translucent thing. Yeah, like the egg necklace sort of thing on a Hinox. So could be something. Who knows? These are the glyphs, I believe. Like this is like the thing that we see like in the distance and it looks like a glowing thing, but this is like Link standing on it actually, which is interesting. Now, as for where this is to the back of Hyrule Castle, and there is actually a lot of plains up here. So like Death Mountain is up here, right? So the fields would have to be out here, and wow, there's a lot of fields to work with. You got Urch Plain, you even have North Hyrule Plain, honestly. I think if I had to say, since it's basically a straight beeline, it would be well, is this I think I would go North Hyrule Plain, since it does have this mountain thing coming up from it, because Urchland has all of like the Elma Newells kind of like blocking the area, and it's not the Ancient Hyrule Lab ruins, because there's just so much field that you would have to see those ruins for it to be anything. And then there's some sort of monster back here, which is interesting. But yeah. And then this is the Typhlo ruins that I talked about earlier. and we see there's monsters there. It's kind of similar to how we saw the monsters out here earlier. So the river thing, and then the Typhlo ruins, and then the mountain, the Badlands, blah. And then you see the same thing here, the river, the Typhlo ruins. You see this, right? This guy's wearing a durian skull mold thing. Spikes, fun times. This is actually, is that I think this is, oh, I know where this is. This is in Nucleda. It's on the other dam that they have. I think it's here? Or no. Because you see Mount Hylia. And Mount Hylia, or sorry, not Mount Hylia, Spring of the Mount Lanayru. And I recognize the grass to be similar to that. So I'm pretty sure that is where this is. Because you do see the ruins in the background, and Mount Hylia is there. And then to the left, you see the large mountain, which would be this area here. That is the Javu Ridge here. So I'm pretty sure that's where this is, because see, this is the ruins, and then so it's in like this plane sort of here. So you look up and you see Mount Lanayru, and then you spin and it turns this way, and that's the thing. Anyhow, I don't fucking know this thing. This is something in, so it's in the sky. It's got the zonai thing. It's also got like the it's Minecraft. Yeah. Is this the Gerudo symbol? Wait, I can hear it. Like the little like line and then but it's kind of there, but not really. I don't know. It's something. It's probably got one of those zonai core things. The middle just giving like the power, and then it's fighting Link to train him? Question mark. I don't know. Wait. Okay. Now, I want to look at Ganoncorpse. That's where the hand was, but the hand is not there, so the mouse is veteran, and he's coming up. Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Then we have, see, a cool little detail here is that the Triforce as depicted here, the cracks on it, are there specifically to show that I think that the Triforce is broken up into three pieces. Like, it's like this line breaks up the Triforce Courage, and then this line breaks up the power one, so they're all in three separate areas because of the cracks, and then now getting those back. But then that begs the question if this is implying that the Triforce is in three pieces. Zelda had the intact Triforce when she was using her sealing power, so could be related to that. Who's to say? Oops. Now. Again, squares, thing, but circle. Circles, the line things, the line square things. First it was a circle, but now that Ganon is rising, it reveals the line squares, circles, and then all of a sudden squares. Got it? Okay. And then Kinder's red, wow, spooky.
Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
This is fucking cool. This is all fucking cool. I don't really have anything else to say about that. We do see, so this is Death. This is like above Death Mountain. You see a little tower thing down here, and you see the river, Hyrule Castle. That is the Hebra Mountains, and Rito Village would be like over there, but we don't see a cyclone at this point. So interesting. You can see like the Malice from Death Mountain right here on the right, but up there you don't see no cyclone. So perhaps this is a shot from after you defeat whatever the cyclone, whatever is happening there, but who knows? I want to go
Link,
back on that a little bit.
I'm not sure you'll be able to stop him.
This is Islands. I can't really say much about this. Yeah. Link's falling. Malice and shit everywhere. What? Crazy. More of the things. That is the red hawk. I think that's the red hawk. I know my Breath of the Wild's birds. It is the island. Yeah, I think that's an islander hawk. Given the red and then the thing. Pretty sure that's an island hawk. Which is weird because you're not on an island. Unless you are. Are you on an island? I mean, sometimes the hawks in Breath of the Wild don't appear on an island anyway. This is... Oh no, we're doing Hyrule Geo, I guess, over here. So, this is the Gerudo. So you go right of that. So you have the Faron things. This could be the plateau. So it would be, oh, not the cooking pot. Sorry. Hyrule map. Is it though? Oh wait, no, because it could be. I think this is the northern face of that. So then it would be up here. It could be Wash's Bluff or Illuminate Plateau. This is no, because I don't see the plateau. And there is a river here. No, maybe it's not the north. No, because the north face is there, but it's not directly in front of it. Oh, because this is Satori Mountain. There we go. That's the thing I need. That's definitely Satori Mountain. So it's in the distance up here in this area. And then from Satori Mountain, this is the Great Plateau. This is like a Ruzen... Satori Mountain, Great Plateau, triangulate. Ancient trees. Oh, Sage Temple ruins. But that's not the Sage Temple. No, because there is another thing up here. It's a river that flows from... It's very far. Damn. Perspective is kind of weird in these things. Could be like here, bottomless swamp. It's this river because it has to oppose this, so it's like this river. But this is like erupted from the ground. It's hard to. And then there's a separate Mountain Rage brand. Okay, I'm not gonna stop. You just realized the black cloak that Link has kind of matches Zelda. Yeah, they have little matching outfits. Weird red thing. Mineral being mined. Goblins with their fun little horns. Link shield surfing on rails. Interesting. Could Ganon want some fucking stones in Death Mountain, and that's why he put a bunch of malice up there to get this? Who knows? Fruit gummy, yeah. Then what do we have here? Circle thing. I think this is just motion control shit. Underground, luminous stone, talus thing. I think this is just more credence to the fact that, like, in addition to there being a whole world above Hyrule with the islands, there's a whole world also, like, below in the caverns where Ganon was, because it's above and so below, and the tear it drops and ripples and blah, blah, blah. It's like, because, like, the theme that I'm thinking is, like, the actions of the people that we deem heroes in, like, the heavens still ripple down and affect us down here. Like, they are just as much the cause for this cycle of violence as the villains are, and then it eats back in itself and just blah, 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 blah. Got it? And then this is Zelda. And then she's shaking hands with Link, because this is Link's little thing, palm brace thing. And then he has that, and he has that. What? This is Great Plateau. Chest on there. That's a new chest. Zonai chest that they just put around for some reason. But that is this swamp that is like right here. Yeah. Oh, wrong trailer. Oop. Make the car. We saw that happen with the fuse thing. This is thing, more thing. Big orb thing that we saw. As for where this orb is located, I think it is. This is. I'm trying to find like a determining character. I think this is Mount Lanayru right there. So, and then this is some like plateau thing. So if Mount Lanayru was in the distance here, right, and then it's plateau thing. So I think this is above Zora's domain because given like the ridges here that we can see on the outline out there. Actually, yeah, that is definitely because this curves this way, and then Mount Lanayru would be this way, and then behind that is the flats of Hateno. Yeah, like a Hateno here. So I'm pretty sure that is directly above Zora's Domain. So I think each village again has some shit going on. Death Mountain, Malice Eruption, Rito Village, Cyclone, Giant Orb in Zora's Domain. Gerudo is probably dealing with the Ganondorf, probably. And Malice thing, blah 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 blah. And then you have Ganon Beam under that. And you have that's the spirally thing, and then Link is the thing as well, and then
Please, lend him your power.
they lied to us. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. This is the moment where Nintendo was like, we're gonna lie to everyone to make their lives harder. See that? That's a fucked up hand that is like burned, but it's not malicey, right? He's going to reach her hand, right? But then in this trailer, you see the reach for the hand, and it's like extra malicey, and it's different. But anyhow, besides that, gameplay trailer. We're almost there. 2 more to go, right? How long have I been talking? 2 hours. Oh my god.
Like?
We're fine. We're almost there. Listen. Then.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Eiji Aonuma,
I know.
producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Thank you.
First, I have some news.
Yes.
Development on the Legend of Zelda Tears
Wow.
of the Kingdom is
No complete. Blah blah blah. Cycle thing. Line square things on the things that lift up the Zonai Islands to the sky. So again, with the square things associated with the Zonai, but also with the malice and the things, right?
now complete.
I'm just gonna skip ahead, actually.
Okay.
So sorry to skip you, sir. But
There's a vast world.
this is the Fort Hateno
Explore.
outer things, because this is the lands of Kakariko up there in the mountain range.
Of course, it's not just the same
And then
world
this
as
is
is.
Dueling Peaks
It's
Plateau,
changed in many
Peaks.
ways. If we talk about all of the changes today, we'll run out of time, so we hope you'll seek them out
weird
for
tower
yourself when the
thing
game
out
launches.
There. And then weird, like,
In this game, the
Fucking
vast world of
thing.
Hyrule reaches high into the sky.
What's the word I'm looking
You'll
for?
notice some
Smoke
landmasses
signal.
floating up there.
There's
We call
landmass
them
floating up
Sky
there.
Islands.
Yes, they are. And then we have this thing that's still glowing. Notice how this glowing thing is like spiraling up instead of spiraling around, because earlier the stone was spiraling, the gold thing was spiraling around the stone. Now this is spiraling above the stone. So I think it could be a thing that is like activated to raise the islands. The more I think about it,
Something's
gonna
falling from the sky,
skip ahead,
where the object
and then you go on the thing, and then you
power
reverse
is
it.
known as recall, which rewinds an object's movement.
Recall. Now this symbol, this like etching here, is kind of similar to the etching we see on Link's underpawn hand, back hand thing. So more evidence that this is like zonai thing. Not that was
Since
question
I just
really
used
for.
recall on the fallen rock, I can now rise into the sky.
Well,
We're a lot closer to the Sky Islands.
well,
Let's use the paraglider to reach one of them.
paraglider time. Mm-hmm.
There are a few other Sky Islands floating here too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, move on. Bam! That's a circle. All right, now listen here, bucko. This is a circle that is with squares. Literally a circle on a square. Circle, and then it's like a little maze, and then you have the square thing, and it's on a square. The fuck does that mean? Well, this is what that means. It means complexity. All right, it's on the zonai, like things up above, but then also there's another structure here that is just straight up ripples. Like it's not even like this maze shit. There's circles that are literally ripples. And it's like, I think it feeds further into my theory, in my mind at least, that it's like aspects of the Zonai were just as much to blame for the cycle of violence as Ganondorf, but the Zonai, some of the Zonai realized this was like nuanced. That's why the Zonai have both the circles and the squares, but Ganondorf doesn't have the circles at all because he doesn't need the representation for the consequences because he's the person that wants the consequences because he wants to kill everyone, right? You know what I mean?
I made it.
Dragons exist still, which is interesting. So like the tower that would, the shrine that would be up there, there's actually like the Zonai tower thing, and the dragons going. It's like I don't know.
There are lots of ways to reach the
It'd
Sky
be
Island.
interesting because like the dragons do, you see them go up into the sky portals in Breath of the Wild, so it's like something going on. Association.
So we hope you'll try a few different methods.
Oh, I will, sir. I will.
Okay.
Oh,
So we hope you'll
it's just
try
like
a few different methods.
stormy like island up here, which is kind of cool. This is fucking. This is a lot like. I don't think it's the exact same, but it reminds me of Mount Hylia with like this frozen river here, the River of the Dead. It's kind of similar to where like the thing's on the left side and the peak is on the right, but could just be a coincidence.
Okay. Now we're on a slightly bigger Sky Island.
Wow, slightly bigger one.
Just like on the surface, there are several man-made structures. Some trees are also growing here.
That's true.
You won't see many of
I still don't know what this fucking thing is. I think it's kind of like they opened up the Colosseum and then just like rose it up and then also like expanded it like sideways. That's what it reminds me of. And I will, oh god. Mouse load? Question mark? Oh wow. That's wow. My thing just crashed. I don't know if you saw that or not. Hold on. Activate. Is my thing okay, guys? OBS is saying my connection is fine, but from what I'm seeing on my thing, everything is frozen. Holy shit. I've been talking for way too long. Hello? Question mark? Hold on, fellas. We struggling. Properties. Alright, that's fine on my thing. But why is this not fine? Type in chat if I'm okay. You let me know if I'm okay. Actually, here. Actually, I could just go on here and then just look at my own thing and then see how well I'm doing. Right? That's something. I love talking. So is the thing. Are we okay? You let me know. Oh, okay. I think I'm fine. We're fine. I don't know what OBS, but OBS kind of fucked up here. But anyhow, I'm just going to put this on the side just to make sure that I am okay. How about that? Right? Oh, my webcam is like weird and shit. What the hell? I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna stop streaming for a sec and then come back on. Maybe? Question mark? Sorry guys, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know if you're typing in chat or if that's just me. Oh no, if I do that, will that fix it? Hello? It's fine. It's whatever. It's okay. It's okay. It's so fine. We're just gonna, yeah, that's fine with me. All right, we're just gonna keep going. Now, where the fuck were we?
Those yellow
Right.
trees on the
You were
surface,
here.
though. Let's walk around for a bit.
Golden
it up.
trees branch.
Oh, something's there.
All right, so we have this
is a
guy.
brand new enemy called a construct.
Construct.
We'll fight it using the branch we just picked up.
Yes, we will.
Ah, the branch.
And the branch broke. So now we're gonna go here, and then you're gonna do the thing. And you're gonna kill it, and it's called a zonai charge. That's what it's all about, right? So zonai charge is the glowing thing that is making the glowy magic technology things powered up, right? So that's pretty much what is to be said there. And actually, we got a clearer view of that other structure, so I think I'm gonna
Moving on.
that a little bit. Yeah, it's got like, I don't fucking know what that is.
We've now explored
No,
more
okay.
of this sky island.
New mushrooms up here.
As expected.
Okay. Oh, we haven't even close look. So this is a straight up new structure. I don't think this is the Colosseum, but it has like the zonai spirals. It's covered in
Just
like
a
the
branch won't
golden
get us very
moss.
far.
It's kind of cool.
Also, this branch is almost broken. So here's another. And do this. Look, we can stick them together.
Wow.
We created a makeshift hammer. This is
Okay.
called.
Do you see that? This stone right here, it's kind of similar to those stones that you like that have things spiraling up. But I don't know for sure. But theory that it's the
Fuse.
things that
You can
activate.
stick objects together to create
the
new
islands.
weapons with various effects.
No,
Let's take
no, yeah, you fight the constructs,
ones.
and then we go here.
You can fuse two weapons. For
You fuse two weapons, you make an extra long pitchfork, blah blah blah. You have more of the egg lotus bud things, even right here with like the lily pads, which is kind of cool.
this, we don't have to get too close to enemies. You can also fuse arrows. to an
Use
arrow
arrows. We
in your
have
inventory. For instance,
this is like amber, but it's different, and it's not. It's different. It's a different amber thing. So just something I thought I'd point out.
try
It's kinda
fusing
cool.
this
New mushroom, garlic,
leaf to an arrow.
or leek, depending on who you ask. Marijuana, I think. Nah.
Fuse an ice elemental material
Fuse
to an
ice
arrow
elemental.
and
Bop, 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 bop,
ah,
bop.
there's a bird flying around.
There's a bird, and then you use the eye thing. Alright, I think we're good here. Oh,
My
but
eyes can't track fast.
dragon again, all the way up here. Now I think that's nature, given like the like, fluff of like the head, or no, it could be Feroche. Wait, let me look at the dragons real quick. Dragons. Well, because we have. Oh yeah, that's Feroche, because Feroche is the one with the head of hair under the chin there. Where the fuck's it? Where's the? Oh, it's here.
Moving objects.
I'm
as
not
of
keeping
late,
track.
so
Okay,
my
so
shots
Feroche is all the
rarely
way up
land.
there. Wow, good for you. Meanwhile, I don't know if we. Oh,
Very simple.
wait, there is something I want to look here.
Depending on what you stick together,
This thing. What the fuck is that? This thing. That's not a zonai charge. That's some other bullshit. It's like a little egg of something. Is it like the little dragon egg eye things? Like not the dragon dragons, but like the flappy demon dragon things. Jersey Devils. It's weird. But anyhow, moving on.
now you're probably
Mushroom to a shield. Amazing.
wondering if this has any use. Well,
And then
this.
do
Smoke
that.
now.
Smoke. Wow. Construct. Move
But in this
around.
case, There are even
Making
some of the
the
sky
boat.
islands
Okay.
even have rivers.
Here we go.
We'll want to cross this
Squares.
one, but swimming across it, well, of course,
Now.
there isn't anything that resembles a boat around.
It's
To the
around
second
here somewhere. There is.
Ultra hand.
You make the
That's
big
modified
thing with the ultra
thing.
hand, and then you go across the
We'll keep
river. Come on, come on, come on.
Forward here, and I attach.
Right. Come on.
It's moving.
I think it's further ahead. Is it up
All right.
here?
Those vehicles.
You
Right.
see. Okay, just one thing to note here. You can talk
the mo-
to
All right, we
this
reached the
construct
other
here.
side.
See, this icon that comes up to talk to that. So a lot of the constructs I think are there just to like
Cross the river in no time.
help you. But this construct here
All right, we
has
reached the other side.
the same sort of like symbol thing of like glowing digital thing as the construct that we see here in this guy. This come on. This guy here. So, but it's a different symbol, which leads me to think again that they're just different symbols to indicate different like purposes or different ways to like take them down and that sort of thing. So we have like this water here, but it's impeded by like these straight lines and squares, right? But then
In the most recent those we craft them, and depending on how things, there. Watch this.
Go up and then this thing, right.
Called ascend to the floor above you.
Ascend to the floor above you. Yes.
Is that as long?
There is a
This place has a
I
cave
forgot
with
where
a
it
hill
is.
right above it.
Yes, that is true. Egg thing.
Keep going. In the previous game, you had to use one. Imagine exactly.
Where is
Strange
it?
weapon lay out a bit pinned. Ah well, let's just return to
Where there is a specific thing here where you can see the like ripples. It's like metal ripples. I swear I'm not crazy. I remember it because it was the moment where I had a eureka thing. Is it back here? I think it was mainly this thing,
methods.
honestly.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's really all to speak because there
In
was
the
a
previous game,
gameplay
you had to
trailer
use
and
stamina
me
to
was
climb a
talking
mountain.
about
But in this game, if
story and
there's a
stuff, so
mountain with a
not
cave
really a
like
lot
this one,
else left to be said that hasn't been said already from the other stuff. Lines and that sort of
you
thing.
can now get to the top without having to climb all the way up.
Yep.
Ascend from the sky to the surface like this.
This is, I think, a drawing of Faroche, given like the horn, and it's a dragon, and it's got the little tail thing.
It feels so good.
It is.
In the sky, you'll be able to look out across the land.
It's so fucking. That's so fucking sick. But
In the sky, you'll be able
actually, this is a great opportunity to look. See, this is different. This is the Tanagar Canyon. And then this is the Hebrew thing. This is Eldon. This is the crossroads where you can go up here to the Badlands or up here to the Panther Stable. Was that always? Oh, that's the lake where 'cause I was gonna say I don't remember there being a lake there. It's because that's where this tower is, so we mostly associate it with that. But I'm pretty sure that's that lake there. Although from here it's depicted as pretty like jagged, but up here it's kind of more circular. But that might just be the distance.
look out across the land.
Thing here.
You can also search for destinations that pique your interest.
Nice.
Once you've chosen your destination,
And you just zoom and you dive into the water, even though that would kill you in real life. Definitely. Blah blah blah.
abilities, think.
And that's pretty much
We
all that we
hope
said
you'll
there.
use
Oh.
your imagination.
And then, last but not least, we have the final trailer. So let's break that down. Definitely. All right. So I think they're being tricky here because this is exactly the way that the final trailer in Breath of the Wild starts, where it's just silent panning in on the beautiful scenery with like the quiet piano notes. This is glowing egg things down there, or Choo-Choo fighting against the construct, which means that the constructs, I think, might be similar to the Guardians in that they aren't intended to be your enemies, but circumstance makes them fight you, or maybe they're trying to trade you, that sort of thing. Since the Choo-Choo is fighting against the thing, and the Choo-Choo is the monster and the thing. Yeah. So they're fighting down there. Another Choo-Choo thing. Construct thing. Shot down a tree. And this shot is so fucking cool, but I won't, because you don't need a theory about that. And it's just cool. We got a better look at this thing, actually, which I still don't fucking know what it's all about. We see this thing is up here now, and it's going up there. I don't know. Wait. This is important. I think this is similar. No, because you don't see the etchings on there. But we definitely see Link jump off this, because I recognize this, like, gravelly cobblestone in this trailer, I believe. This one. Yeah, see? It's this gravelly cobblestone, and he's at the edge of that. That is the same area as this, but I don't think it's the exact same thing, because given that it's a more, like, triangular, portion out there, and not perfectly circular like this. But, just something to note, because I am paying attention to the thing. There is, like, a gold thing under this, which I don't know if it's the same sort of gold that is the teardrop that we see, but, anyhow. Lands here. This is the same. Yeah, see, this is the same sort of stone that would have the glowy thing on it, but it doesn't have the glowy thing. So it was weird. Meanwhile, we have this circular contraption that's up here. That would be around here. I think given this angle, since we are oh, I know that bridge. So to the right, this is Dueling Peaks, and then that would be this bridge right here, Aegis Bridge. Aegis Bridge leads up here, and then directly across from Aegis Bridge. So, like, to this sort of angle, this would be, like, up here is where the Lanayru. Okay, I wonder if that's associated, because this is obviously heavily associated with the pilgrimage for the sealing power up here, the golden sealing power. And then now there's a new thing up here, and there's new people with golden powers, so I wonder if that is what that circle thing, something to do with the linear thing. More of that tower thing. Mushrooms? ? This girl has a mushroom hat. I don't know. But that's interesting. This is a new sort of shop, though, because this was previously a clothing shop, but I suppose years have passed, so new management perhaps. And it's now whatever the fuck that is, where it's like a man, and then he's like this, and then he has that, and then he has a mushroom head. That's something. I don't know. Moving on. Tenno. We have people, I think, like, this is so, I love that they're like rebuilding Hyrule, so it's like something with the Hiding Crest, which is the symbol of royalty. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I wonder if it implies that they are trying to reinstitute a monarchy, but not sure. And then see this thing, I think this is like fallen. Do you think this is like fallen from, oh no, Kakariko Village is right there. So this would be just like right here from Aegis Bridge. So it would be this this set of pillars right here, I believe, since that is from, this is the entrance here, and then you have this area there, so you have this entrance. So it could be like here, it's like in this, either this set of pillars or this set of pillars. But yeah, more of this thing, and then we push out from the Tesla ruins here, again associated with the zonai, which were up here. We said that a lot. Island things, like running up from them. Cyclone over, fuck. Alright. The cyclone over, kind of like the Hebra area. It could be over, Rito Village, but like, at least from this shot, it's kind of like erupting from the Hebra Peak. For all I know, it could be encompassing fucking all of that, or like maybe it's like it's over here and the Rito are like, oh, it's a threat, it's gonna kill us if we don't stop it now. But it's definitely in this area generally. And then we have the temple rising up, as we said at the beginning of the stream. Then the zonai things falling down, which has happened. Further proves that this happens after Hirokazu has been erupted, since it's already up in the sky and these things are falling. And then we have this, which I'm like, I think you guys already know what I'm getting at here. Fiery long hair is demise? Question mark? Because we already saw the design for Ganondorf / Ganon Corpse. Here, I'll show it to you. It's this, and then his hair is long, but it's not on fire, for one thing. Not in the Blood Moon. So, could this be fucking demise straight out? Because we even see in this trailer, we see Ganondorf rehydrated in the form that is this. So that entity here is either Ganondorf in like some other form, or it could just be demise, which again relates back to the cycles and the reincarnation, and it could be that demise comes up here, since he's the initiator of the curse in the first place. So Link is the thing here, and like with this as Malice, like you couldn't see this, but now that they have the close up, but like in the other shot, that in the previous thing, his hand didn't look that bad, and now I'm like, Nintendo lying to me. Then was there always? Look at this. So Link, hand, mouse, was there always this golden particle at the end of that? No. More evidence of Nintendo loving to lie to us, which is fair, but I still don't like it. Zonai thing back here, glowing green pitfalls. I think this is Play Mother. It could be East. No, I don't think it's East Spirits, because this is too close. I think this is because this has to be next to a thing, so it would be up here. Crimson Valley, because I just don't remember there being. I don't remember like open pillars, and then it also has to be close to, because this is the Gerudo Highlands for sure. So that is like here or up here, but I just don't remember, because pillars are fucking everywhere in the Gerudo thing. Could be like any of this upper location, which I know is not specific, but like perspective makes deserts very hard to navigate. But I think, well, see, this is, because if this is the slope that heads towards either a pillar, or it could be, see, if that is the slope for Gerudo Town, then it could be like down here where these pillars are, and then that would, because I don't remember the topography of Gerudo Desert that well, since it's all sand. But yeah, this, I don't fucking know where that is. That's probably underground, question mark, but it is Death mountain, presumably because of all of the lava. So it could be like, I don't know, like the mines. Maybe they flesh out the mines and you see underground and you see these cool ass ruins or something. But still not that. Flying ships. It's in the sky. I don't know where that is. The sky is the sky. Water. One thing though to note about flying ships though, this is it has color, and we haven't really seen zonai being that colorful outside of like the greens and the blues and like it being like ancient and that sort of thing. But the fact that these have like reds and like white paint, it's like it could be related to like the zonai culture that is still alive. That's still active because we see the face of like one of the zonai people. So it could be like, oh, they're coming back here on their flying ships from up in the sky. Yeah, Black Core. You do know where it is. It's in the sky. You're right. I do know exactly where this is. It's in the sky. Case closed. No, but actually I can put this a little bit more since it is snowing. This has to be in the Hebrew region. And then given actually this is the cyclone, isn't it? Right here. So this is fucking High Peaks of Hebrew Mountain. That's where this is. Yeah, and it is foggy, so it's at a higher altitude because this well, it isn't fucking high in the skies. Of course, it's on the island. It's high in the altitude. It's in the Hebrew sky. There we go. Solved it. Reminds me of the Hylian depictions in the cave painting. Oh, you're absolutely right, Steel. Okay, I love you because that is actually the only other instance that we see color in the paint color. We see the reds in this. We see the reds in this. And then now we see the reds in here, but also other stuff. It's because we don't see that in the cave paintings, because the cave paintings are just the carving out. There's no paint, but then there's paint here, and then now there's paint here from some other civilization. So thank you for that. But yes, this is, yeah, it could very well be related to the cave paintings. And then something, cyclone, Hebrew region. Wow. No. Water with the thing that has the zonai etching script thing again. This like Rito clothes parachute thing? I don't know. And then we're doing like Mission Impossible, and then we have this text here on the edge. I should know. Let me actually just pull it up. It's not a spoiler anymore, so I'm just gonna show you what the Nintendo Tears of the Kingdom Switch thing is. To relate back to my earlier point. So you have one side with the circles and the other side with the line square things, and then you also have on here. I think it's better if I click. Can you load? Can you load? Why? Well, on this side, you see here separate from the font, the script of the zonai, you also see this sort of design thing, which is the same design that we see on the outside here. So this is all theoretically, sorry, there was an eyelash in my eye. This is all theoretically zonai shit, because this is like the spines of the dragon, this is the ripples on one side, and then you have the square, straight lines on the other, and it's two opposing ideas, and then at the center of it, you have the Hyrule thing, which is from the fucking the actual symbol of Hyrule, like from the compendium, not the compendium, the logo of the red book with all the Zelda lore. You know what I mean? I forgot the name of it. The Master Sword on the logo also has half circles and half square etchings, right? Yes, that is absolutely correct. It because it's both like half. Yes. I love the circles and squares, and it's even until now, this picture is not loaded, so it's like, there we go. So, yeah, so we have like the thing with the circle and the circle. You can't see it there, but I swear this thing is the thing that's over there. Yeah, this is the leak that I saw that prompted me to care about circles and squares in the first place. But any which way, so how, besides that point, the circles, despite it all, are the more important motif in Tears of the Kingdom. Because if we go, this is back when I was on the Tears of the Kingdom page before it even had anything. I had, because, like, I'm sure it has stuff now, right? Because I've looked, I remember, because they waited, like, the thing. But before, this page was just this, and then at the bottom, it was, like, this text here with the circle things. So it's like, even in the beginning, they chose not to care about the fucking, square line things, but they've made this circle stuff the background, which is kind of similar to, Sheikah Slate background. Let me get that up. Where it wasn't perfect circles, but it was still swirls. See that? See how this is swirly, but not perfect circles? So it's like something similar, but then they're like different sizes. So there's like different drops that cause different ripples. There's different consequences that ripple out and affect the people, and then we do the cycles of violence and the blah, 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 blah. Because the circles are more important than the squares, because the squares represent the desire to corrupt and have power, or like to reside over and have like ambition and that sort of thing. And then the circles are the drips of that from above and the consequences and go, this is also an important one. There's also an important thing. The squares are reaching up. The lines of the things typically reach up, like they reach up Link's arm. They reach up down here. See that? They reach up. But the circles, it's the view from up down, from up, and you're looking down on them because they drip down. So it's that relationship between when you like rise to the heavens and go down and explore like the hells and the legacies and the greatness and the sins of Hyrule, and this endless cycle that goes up and down and up and down and up and down. Right? Anyhow, this thing is different than that. This is just a separate design that is cool. That was my point. Anyhow, Mission Impossible lasers. Right. This is water, Mission Impossible lasers going down. This is a gumball machine. Hope that helps. Oh, one thing to note here. This, like, sun thing, similar to this. Wait, no, that's not the official trailer. We need the official trailer here, which depicts. Actually, we can just skip towards the end. See, like, we also have this sort of, like, radiant sun design that we see on these zonai carvings here. It's also around, this entity that is, I'm assuming zonai for the purposes of coherency. Can we skip ahead? Can we skip ahead? See, like, up here, more of, like, the sun ray things could be related to that. Gotcha confirmed. Yeah, that's a gotcha thing. That's how you get the different amiibos. I love the idea that the Sheikah and the Zonai are equal and opposite forces. One secret to silently for high, and one secret high to silently for demise. That's I have not as much evidence as I would like to have to spout it, but I have this theory that, like, this dude is well, not this dude. This dude is evil, or at the very least morally gray, and is just as bad as maybe not just as bad as Ganondorf, but like has bad shit also, because it's perpetuating the cycle, and that's why they have Zelda, and it's like they're manipulating Zelda, so it's like, no, she's not captured, but she's like, that's why she can't get to Link right now, because she's doing things. Yeah, Bunny Trader. And it's like, because it's like, why did they disappear? Like, the ancient Sheikah were one thing, and they were there for Hylia and that sort of thing. But then the Zonai, what are they doing with these tears that are associated with the sealing power? Why do they want golden power for themselves when they have the little pendant things that give them the thing? And then it's like, the lines, right? This line thing associated with them, right? Like this stuff, you know what I mean? So it's a lot to think about. Anyhow. Oh, even more so. Wait, sorry. I keep rewinding this. Circles. See that? Circles on the thing. On this thing. More circles. Spirals. And then weapon zonai thing. Lots of stuff. Thing with different horn. This guy has a bucket for a hat, which I respect a lot. I'm so excited at the idea that like you can fight alongside the NPCs in this game, which like, oh, I hope they're not just like fucking with us just for the trailer, but then the real thing is like, oh no, you can't actually do that. It's just for the trailer. I hope you can do it. We need a conspiracy board for all this. That's what this stream is here for. It's because I have like I could if I wanted to in my mind, I just get rid of the gay shit and then we just put red string, and then because I could do it, but I do it digitally and in my mind. The board is in my mind where I have the different strings. But I could just do it on here. So Stanley Parable. Stanley Parable Core, thank you. Anyhow, ancient Sheikah are still a thing though, despite all the shit with the zonai and the fact that all the ancient Sheikah towers and shrines are gone. They're still here, as depicted right here. Now, I think this is the same sort of scene where we see Link in this trailer. Is it this trailer? You like see him face off against, no, maybe it's this one. You see, you know what I'm talking about, right? The one where we see him with the little tentacle things of the, what fuck is it? Where the fuck? This one. There we go. See? Because we see him on the same thing. See this? Little puzzle. Oh, you know what we should do? We have the translated fucking Sheikah thing. See, this one is. Oh man, it's been so long. This one, oh wait, no, that's upside down. I think this one is. I'm trying to tap back in because I had this memorized at some point. I think that is. I'm just gonna pull up the thing. Sheikah runes alphabet. This thing. This is. Oh shit. So this is an A. So I think we need to read it from like up this way, right? So this W thing is. Where the hell is that? Is that F? Wait. Oh fuck. Let me just put this here. See, am I reading it from like this way or I'm pretty sure because this is an A. And then it says that A is pronounced this way. So we're reading it like this. So this W, so there's a line. We're looking for a thing with a line on the bottom that has a W. Oh yeah, say T. So this is T. Let's just fucking screenshot this. See, I have too many like new Tears of the Kingdom thoughts that I can't believe, and I was so prideful too of my ability to like know Sheikah things without some guide. But I suppose I still have my geoguessing knowledge, so it's not that bad. So this is a T, and then this like M sort of situation. It's an R. T, R. Then that's an A. And then this is S? No, S is like this thing. This is N. This is N. Tran. Oh, this one's S. Trans. This one's P. This one's P. I remember that. P. Transport. Does that say transport? Wait, let me double check. That's S, right? S and then P. P is O, and then R would be this other thing, right? Yes. No, because this. Sorry, this one. Oh fuck. This one says transport. See this O, and then it's R, and then T. So this O, this is P, this is S. So this is transport. Fun. And then these are squiggly lines, and that is what's that? Yeah, that's that. That's this transport. And then it's in like this hole. And then this is like the Sheikah Tower sort of thing, but it's like on the ground, maybe? And then you have like the Sheikah. Those aren't the Yiga things. Those are the. Oh! You know what else leads credence to the maybe evil zone, I think? So like the Sheikah have the 3 lashes that are above the eye, and then they have the tear, right? But then the zonai have the 3 lashes that are below the eye, right? And it's almost like they flipped it upside down. You know what else is flipped upside down? It's the symbol of the Yiga, which is the upside down thing. So maybe, I'm not saying that they're like descended from the Yiga, but it's an interesting note that like the thing that they're associated with in their cave, whatever shit, this thing, like the eye things are like below instead of above, as below so above. And the Sheikah, so it's like the Sheikah are still there to represent perhaps like you said, Owen, where it was like maybe the Sheikah represent the people that are worshipped highly, and then these people are representing demise in that cycle. But like I'm not sure if it goes that far, because given like this zonai thing is like helping you theoretically, it's probably some gray areas. It's probably not as cut black and white as that. But I still like my theory, just for funsies, that this dude is a little bit not as great as he seems. Anyhow, we have this guy, and they're all fun. And this. Oh wait, no, we were on this trailer. Sorry. Wait. That's the transport, right? No, we translated that from that other thing. We need to translate. Okay, so this still says transport, but this, T O. Oh, fuck. Why did I delete this? Sheikah runes alphabet. The rings of the thing. T-O, and then this is fuck. W. T-O, hold on. That's different. There's a W on this. Koga fell down his hole and built that. I was also like thinking like maybe this is Koga, and then this is the thing that helps Koga come back up. But no, it's too small because the thing was a lot bigger. Anyway, this is a T. This is an O. This is a W. Is that an E? That isn't. Does it say tower? E. That's an R. I'm most positive. It's an R. It's an R, man. Tower. This is a tower. And then this repeats T-O-W-E-R. It's a tower. It says tower, but it doesn't say Sheikah Tower. It's probably a Sheikah Tower because it's fucking Sheikah runes. But it's a tower. So this is moving up. So this isn't ground level. This place here is some elevated thing on a tower. So that is a transport tower. The transport thing, and then it goes up to a tower. So that is fun to think about. This bitch. Hello. Hi. Who are you? You're not this guy over here. You don't have the bunny ears, and you have like the horns. Although it could be said that like these 2 little dots are like the 2 horns here. But what if these the big buildings in the sky? Yeah, the towers could be the big buildings in the sky. Although I wonder though, because like, what is the line between how much the zonai and the Sheikah have like intermingled on things, you know? So it's like, because like I don't know, it's interesting. But this dude, horns. It has like 3. I think. Kind of going out on a limb here, sure, but there's a couple of things to note here. So this sort of like feathery golden thing is similar to like the way the eggs are like enclosed, basically, like in this thing, right? But in addition, we have these 3 things on the bottom and this weird bump right here. What else has 3 things? Oh, it's the eyes, the zonai eyes. So could this be some sort of 3rd eye? Who knows? Could be fun to think about. They also kind of look like now that I'm looking at them with the horns, I wonder, let's see. It's not, yeah, because you have 1 set and then you have 1, so I don't think they're a dragon. But they do have like that similar eyes. Do you see that? Where, like, compare that with, it's like, just like, not like the pupils, but it's just something with like, they're not highly in eyes, obviously. But I guess it might just be like how zonai eyes look. They look very cool with like the feathery like lashes and that sort of thing. It's like, I don't know. But that is, I mean, there's not a lot of, there's like others in the background. Okay, let's pop this one. So we see, I think this is a glowing stone that we see later on another zonai person that is the bunny guy, and also on Sidon later, but I'll get to that. And they also have white and yellow hair. Yeah, they have like gold. It's like on the underneath of it, but like on this, the eggs, it's like the white on the above. The zonai did like their dragons a lot, yeah, so it could be like they're descended from dragons. I don't know. And then they have more of like the spirally thing, and it's like the way these embers are malice embers, because of the color of them, and like the intensity. You can even see like the black particles here and a bit of the pink here. So could this be evil zonai, bad zonai, 3rd eye? Malice things do have eyes. It's true. And then horsey thing erupting from the wall. This ruin thing that I haven't translated yet because I don't know. It's hard. I know this is a script that I could translate. And yeah, more of the ripple circle things. Wow. Consequences of your actions erupting from the wall as you fight this thing. We also see his hand during the other Zelda shot. Yeah, so we'll see, because I don't know if the hand in the Zelda shot is the same as this guy, is my only thing. He does have like the bunny ear things, right? And like this, it might be that guy, because it has this eye thing, but this has like 5, and this thing has explicitly 3. And like they love putting 3s of a thing, so why not push 3 also there? The hair matches, yeah. But I'm not fully convinced, because like this, the horns aren't depicted. It could be these. And then you have, I guess you have the necklace. And then you have the 2, because like the hair is like behind this mask. I don't know. I'm just sorry. I see that as a possibility, but it's just like I need to look at this side view. Actually, let's look at that. Let's see. You see the thing up here, and then the hair is building on the side. But you look short compared to these guys. Or unless you're all tall. And then, like, you have, like, these dangly things. Which I guess could be that. I guess they could, I mean, obviously they simplified it for, like, carving. I don't know. Because, like, why show this shot here if they go to that other scene with Zelda and they explicitly make the framing so that you can't see the face of the other person? You know what I mean? Maybe it is to just be like, oh, we'll show you this, that you think they're different people, but they're really the same problem. But like, I don't know. So we see that guy is probably evil. This is Hylian. This looks like kind of like Hyrule Castle or Temple of Time with the the uniform bricks and the columns. It's this. Yeah, it's Hyrule Castle. It's the throne room that is refurbished. But they have this not golden, like this light magic thing, which is like, did they use magic to refurbish it back to its prime or something? Let's see. See, so we have more of these etchings. Like, why is it 3? What does this mean? Like, this, like, what is it? It could be wall. It could be like 2, 3. I don't know. More of the things, more of the bud things, more of like the sun motifs. Modern Link in the old throne room. Yeah, it's like, why would... I think they probably made the old throne... They, like, revived the old throne room with magic, maybe, given the particles there. But... See, you have the lines, and then you have Zelda with, like, the dirty dress. I wonder if she was, like a spring or something. And then you have this thing. I want to translate these so bad, but I don't know how. Could this be like numbers for like a clock? This is like a sundial? Yeah.
We rely on your knight and that legendary sword he carries.
So the sword is
Our
intact
last line of
and in
defense will be
Forest,
Link.
and then Link takes it. This is modern Link, Tears the King of Link, because he has like the brace thing on there, and then he's not green yet. So I think in between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, he just puts the sword back, because in their eyes they already defeated the Calamity, so they don't need that sword anymore. So he just puts it back, and then so that it can, I don't know, fucking get charged to 100%. And then you have Quartz in the background here, and then we have this person. This is this. I believe this is this. Even though the clothings don't mesh, now that I think about it, like you have this face here and the thing, but that's not. You don't see the face. I don't know why I want this to be. Anyhow, we see like the gauntlet thing that Link sort of has, with like the circuits, but you also see this glowing stone here. And again with the little egg things, pine cone things, if you will, and then the glowing gold tear on her necklace, and the 1 tear tattoo. Kind of went over that in the stream.
Link.
So, blue, giant shit, awesome music. This is, This is a shield glued to a sword, which is interesting. What if he possesses Zelda? That's why he gets her dress. Might be. I think that dude is manipulating Zelda, in my opinion. He does have like the similar like fingernails to like the hand that was on Ganoncorp's. And like these are like tusks, and then it's the triangles for the Triforce. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wrong color.
Link.
Actually, we can see more clearly that the etching on this kind of looks like an eye down there. I don't know how well you can see that.
Link.
Ooh. And then used a shield to a sword. More with the ripples, with the thing that's right over Zora's domain over here. I think this is the dam reservoir, and then up here's a Akala and that sort of thing. So this is like above Zora's domain. Ripples, circles. This thing. What the fuck? This is a Lizalva? I don't know what that is. I think that's a new sort of monster. It's just rushing towards you. Actually, wait. Oh, go back. It's like some sort of spotted. Anyhow, then you jump on a trampoline here with Tulin, who has Sheikah something on him. And you also see the flying boats up here as well. So then you're helping, I'm assuming, because the fuse thing is only Link's ability, so I'm thinking this is like a side quest where you like help NPCs travel around, maybe. And then reverse time on the rock, new ways to kill those annoying little guys. This is mines. I don't know what this is. This is not Eventide, is it? I think this is the Badlands, but this mine rail is nowhere in the Badlands, so I don't know. Things are gonna change with the construction. Is this? Excuse me. Fuck. Excuse me. Okay. Because that looks like. Oh fuck. This looks like Eventide because you have the rock formation here, and then this is the beach, but then they constructed this new shit. So it's interesting. And then defying gravity as you jump on this thing, above the mountain. I will say, well, this is a waterfall, so I'm not sure. Is this like, are they using a waterfall to put out the lava malice in Death Mountain? Who knows? Fighting construct here in this lava place. Presumably that same sort of lava ruins that we saw earlier, like the ruins that are like in the Death Mountain thing, and is like inside of that. Fighting, just making mechs and fighting each other. Awesome. And you also notice Link has a new outfit here with like a headpiece and like a little skirt, which is cool. And then I believe this means that, so all of the gems in Breath of the Wild were associated with elements, but you couldn't do anything with it other than like sell them. So like the sapphires were ice and the rubies were fire. And look at that, that's the fire effect on an arrow that has a ruby at the end of it. So I'm assuming when you use the fuse thing on your arrows, you can make your own elemental arrows with your gems. So that's cool. Yeah, along with Horns, Ganon gave everyone civil engineering degrees, which is why all these monsters are just making mechs with taluses and that sort of thing. And all that. Yeah. Oh, also, this is another new little hat. He has like little horns and like the outfit. Very cool. Fighting a thing. I think this is a thing that is made because there's a bunch of ladies. Then this thing straight out of Subnautica. So Tulin still has some sort of ancient Sheikah device because it's light blue and not green. And then this thing comes out of the cyclone thing. And then this is the shot.
I know why I am here.
This is a shot. Oh shit. This is the shot kind of similar to before where I was like, is that a Lionel? Is that something else? Where there was like an explosion of something. This is like the same sort of burst effect.
I know why I am here.
And then we went over this before. Zelda's wearing
It's
the thing.
something only.
And then it has like this thing on here. And the sword is like presumably intact. You see the zonai etching up here. So it's like, is she giving this to repair the Master Sword? Is this the beginning of repairing the Master Sword? Or is this after the Master Sword has been mostly repaired and this is the final thing that will fully repair it? Or is this the sword before was done in malice and it's like a blessing? Blah, blah, blah. We know that already.
I can do.
This is a cut, as you can see here. So this is Ganon's corpse bursting into like the sky with the tendrily hand malice, right? But then you know it's a different shot here because this is like beamed up straight malice. So that's just probably a cut to make things look cool in a entirely different scene. And this is going up in the sky. Wow. This is we've seen this already. This is kind of like, this kind of reminds me of like the Blood Moon cutscene in Breath of the Wild where it's like you see the monsters.
Do not look
And then
away.
you see the cool ass like Lionels with like antlers and shit. Which is cool.
Witness a king.
And then this is confirmation that when Link's hand, well, not confirmation, but I think pretty good evidence that the same moment where Link's arm gets fucked up, it's also the same scenario where the sword gets fucked up. So it's like the sword was fucked up and it also fucked up his hand, and this sort of thing, since this is corrupting his arm like we saw in the 2021 teaser, but now we see the end of it, which actually holds the glowing Master Sword. So
It's a king's revival and the birth of his new world.
and then we see Mr. Ganondorf himself with a glowing gold thing on his thing. So golden gold thing on his thing, right? His forehead. The recall room symbol? Is that the which one? The one on the teardrop? What is recall? Recall. Let's recall what recall was. It was at the beginning of this. The recall symbol. Holy shit, you're right! Okay, actually, oh my god. Thank you for existing. That is absolutely correct. Yeah, this symbol here with the little eye thing, that is the exact same as the tear. That's almost exact. It's just like wrapped around 3-dimensionally, right? That's sick. Oh, you guys, that's so sick. But yeah, like just turn that on its side. Woo. That's the recall symbol, which relates back to like the teardrop in this trailer, just like reversing itself, right? It could be like these tears, like this, the shot here. Woo. Could this tear be something that like reverses everything, reverses the cycle so that it ends and never happens? I have so many allergies, but
I
yeah,
can do.
the recall symbol. Yeah, it is the recall symbol. Beam thing. Okay, look at this. And then Ganon has. I want to say it's the tear, but it could be anything, honestly, at this point, since the glare of this obstructs it. But you should note that the like design on like this forehead band thing has like the lines and stuff that we see with the zonai, and also the malice and the things. So it's similar. Oh wow, thank you, Matt Mercer. And then this like ink Molduga, demon Molduga thing. And then Tulin. Hi. Where is Tulin's father? That's my question. I'm gonna get it. I'm not even. Let's just watch the rest of this, and then I'll go on after. And then I went. Did I also go over this before? So I'm pretty sure this is Zelda. The eye color, the teardrop, the tattoo things could be that she's a later incarnation that was more experienced, so she has more tear tattoos than the current Zelda that's on the thing. She's wearing the same dress, she's wearing the same earrings, she's wearing the same necklace thing, and the necklace thing is glowing as she's doing the glowing ceiling power thing. So the necklace thing is something that it maybe enhances the power or even gives her that power in the first place. And then this is the same one along here that's the same thing as this trailer's this one's thing up here for it along here, and then the necklace, and then the thing on the forehead, and then that's her. That's Zelda, but not our Zelda, some other incarnation, mystery lesbian. That's who she is. Got it? Okay. KFC. No! Kevin, it's not KFC. Let's not go into that. Anyhow, bunch of Moldugas. Wow, which is probably what that other shot here. I didn't really go over it, but like there was like movement in the dirt. There's a bunch of Moldugas. Light thing that is similar to like the light laser that we just saw up here with Ganon, but now it's gold. So it's like the powers are similar, but opposed at the same time with different colors. Riju new design, and she's wielding 2 moonlight scimitars. Where'd she get the second one from? But anyhow, she has like the Riju, and she has Proposed Fury. Fucking awesome. And then NPCs getting ready to fight something with...
But you are not.
And then you're literally fighting beside Sidon, who in this does not have a crown. He's wearing normal little gloves, nothing on his gloves. He's got Mipha's trident, and they're fighting this construct here up on the sky. So presumably some of the NPCs are also able to get up on Sky Islands. But oh, actually I didn't notice part. I think there's Sheikah things glowing. Yeah, you see that? There's a Sheikah glowing stuff on Sidon here, like near his back. Here, let's watch again. Just so you can see those particles up here, right? This makes me hope we can fight side by side with Zelda. That's what I'm hoping too. I want to fight with all the guys. But it's similar to Tulin, how we saw earlier. Sidon also has that ancient Sheikah like particle thing that's going on there. And then look at this. This glowing. Oh, I didn't get this frame before. That's straight up the ancient. That's straight up. That's straight up, guys. That's the ancient Sheikah symbol right there. Ain't it? Ain't it not? Ain't it is? That's the eye. That I'm posting this to Tumblr right now. Hold on, guys. Wait. I need. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to this. That's the ancient Sheikah symbol, which means those gems that are a different color than that is. Sorry, I just want to post that immediately. But so that implies that this tier is something different than the golden tiers that we see associated with the zonai. Because at the angle before, I thought this was just an orb, but you can clearly see now in this single frame. Thank you for people teaching me how to go frame by frame on the YouTube video. That's a teardrop, straight up. So, holy shit. And this mouse back here. Oh, does every new gen champion get these Sheikah teardrops and then Zelda gets like the zonai one, and then okay, it's because like even before, like the original champions, they had to deal with the ancient Sheikah because of the ancient Sheikah trials to become pilots for the divine beasts. So could this also be some secondary thing where the ancient Sheikah was like, oh, the next generation of heroes take these teardrop things that we made to fight against the cycle of violence that is imposed by the zonai and the Ganondorf. Something to think about. Anyhow, we see here, so all the champions are wielding the champion weapons. So Moonlight, sorry, not the Moonlight Scimitar, the Scimitar of the Seven. That's what it's called, right? That's Urbosa's weapon here. Then you have the light skill trident. We see here that is Revali's bow. Here we live by Tulin. And now why Tulin and not Teba? That's what it was like. Because like when I first watched this, I thought I saw Teba here, but no, every shot was just Tulin. And they robbed Link's house for them. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, yeah, because like Link canonically got all the weapons, so like it could be that he was like, "Hey, help me fight Ganon, guys," and he gave it up. But Riju has the crown because she was always the chief. But in this shot, Sidon has the crown as implying he's the king of Zora, because that's the thing that Dorothan had last time. And also in this shot, Tulin has Revali's bow, but where the fuck is Teba? Because Teba was so intent on like becoming the next warrior and the next successor, and then he's just gone in this one, and then Tulin is here. Why is Tulin the one stepping up and not Teba? Did something happen? Did something happen to Dorothan? Did something happen to Teba? Fear, right? And then I'm assuming Yunobo is behind here. This is the boulder breaker. But I do see, I wonder if this is a secondary boulder breaker right here. You can see that. Or if that is Oh, you can see it. Holy shit. I love this frame by frame thing. I caught another one. Caught another tier. Got another one. This is a tier that is on Tulin. Tulin also has a tier. Ah, fuck, man. That's sick. Wait, going on Tumblr. I have to check my thing. Check my little thing. I was about to say two. So like the blue one is like for Memphis Grace, and then this tier is green like Rivali's. Tulin. Okay. Green like Rivali's. Gale. Wow. This is boy. Bam. Post that shit. Then, well, yeah. What is? I wonder if I can catch where Rejuice is in this shot, but I don't think so. Anyhow, we have like some sort of ice weapon. Here, I'm just gonna play this now. It's face off against Fire Dragon. If we go with the theory that souls can be connected with Tears of the Kingdom with all the Luminous Stones, then what if Ghost Summon Time Tulin calls upon Rivali like he's a persona? Yeah, that could be. You could just try that shot where she's using. Oh, you're right. Let's actually go. It is like right here. She is okay. So this is the first frame, second frame, third. Dude. I don't see any glowing right now. I see. I don't see it. I don't see it in this shot, at least, but...
But you are not alone. Link.
And then Link with Ice Weapon
You are our
fighting
final
Fire
hope.
Hydra. Bam! And then... That's pretty much the trailer, except for this last part with Zelda's like, you must find me, or whatever.
Link.
This is a similar, like, what is this, like, sacrificial altar thing? Because we also saw that, no, actually, it was in the beginning of this trailer, where we, like, zoomed down, and we saw, that. See, sacrificial altar thing on here, and then sacrificial altar thing
Link.
on here.
You must find me.
Tell me where you are, girl. Okay. And then 5, 12, 2023. That is less than a month away from today, technically. So, wow. That's, it looks like where Link is gaining power in his hand. The glowing yellow soul. Oh, for Riju, you mean? Let's see. Oh shit. Forgot to go for reference. Yeah, you left for an hour and a half, so I'm done now. We just finished pretty much every single trailer and it went frame by frame, and we discovered some shit the tiers, which I think is a great way to end this off. Oh, the location looks like where Link's gonna... It does, but the only thing is these locations don't have the etchings on the zonai script. So I think it's just an architectural like pattern or whatever that they use repeatedly. But yeah, that is discoveries for sure. That is discoveries. That is precisely 3 hours and 22 minutes of discoveries of things, and that's not even including illegal leaks because I don't want to look at them. I only want to look at the stuff that I have here. So what have we learned? 2 different types of tiers. I think that's the biggest thing. There's the tiers the zonai have, because we know it's zonai because of the zonai thing with the recall, like ruin that is on the golden thing that Zelda has related to the power, the golden power. But then there's also the other types of tiers that the new gen champion has. We saw that Sidon has one. We still had Tulin has one, and presumably Riju and Yunobo also have one too. Especially Riju, since she all of a sudden has Urbosa's Fury. So presumably those other 2 are the related champion powers that are like imbued into the tiers, perhaps related to the soul, the not soul stone thing, the luminous stone thing, which is related to like taking it glows because it traps the souls of other people. And then God. And then what else we got? We got, I'm pretty sure even I'm now more positive in the fact that zonai people are not going to be what they seem. And I think that bunny rabbit dude might betray us, since there's the existence of 2 different types of tiers. You have the zonai one, and then you also have the one that has the ancient Sheikah eye on it, which is like, why would they both create their own things if they both weren't trying to fight fire with fire and that sort of thing, right? Blur, I'm Blur. Blur? Me Blur? You Blur? I don't know what you mean by Blur, guys. Bunny Blur? But, and then, what else? There was so much. There was 3 hours of things. And I'm just gonna use, this has been my yarn string of everything. Understand? So it's just camera glasses. I don't know why camera does that. Nearsighted, Jesus. It's fine. You just need my voice. So, and then 2 different types of tiers, the zonai thing, the Sheikah thing. The narrative theory that I have is that it's an opposition between the circles and the squares. You got the circles, which represents the consequences of the cycles, violence, the blood, the repetitive reincarnation cycle, and they gotta end it. They gotta learn from their mistakes, versus the ambition of the squares that are like creeping out from under. So like, the circles are the ripples that come from up to down, but then the lines and squares are going down and up, reaching up, and then like ambition and want and need for like power and that kind of thing. Do you think we'll get Astor cult lore? I don't think so, unfortunately. I would love for there to be Astor cult lore, but I think Age of Calamity is like in like rights sort of way, because like it was like published by Koei, it was like Koei Tecmo Publishing. They're not supposed to use their characters for like AAA Nintendo things, I think, just like logistically. So I unfortunately don't think that a store thing. But that's good news, because that definitely means no Terraco bullshit, which I love. But you know, there's always fan fiction, for better or worse. But that is everything, I think. Methinks everything. So I'm gonna end this now. Goodbye. That's it. Unless we got any last minute thoughts for the chat, for people that you guys that have been here for the whole time, how and why. But thank you. No? Yes? Maybe so? You think it's funnier if Astor is just never explained, he just remains a mystery? I like that too, because I have a particular fan fiction of Astor's whole like story that I love. And I would just love for that to just be canon in my mind and not contradict any shitty writing, any shitty additional writing by like Koei Tecmo or anything like that. You want to see the height of the bunny. Let's see the height of the bunny. So we know that they're taller than Zelda. That's true, because in this shot here, for the first trailer and then compare to the newest trailer. So the first see, because like the bunny guy was not in. I think the first one was the first. The first official trailer had it in the drawings, right? Towards the end, more like. So yeah, so we see they're kind of like a head taller than Zelda in this, and then they wear the same sort of like clothes, kind of. I wish there was. Is there a better? Because I'm pretty sure they don't show it until like this. But we have this, that they're kind of like a head taller, and then versus this guy.
Sword he carries. We rely on your knight, and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link.
So they could be a head tall. Given if this is their shoulders and the head, then they are like a head taller than. Oh my god, I have so many tabs. Than Zelda here. The only thing would be that like the clothing is not exactly the same. But official trailer number 1 at 119. Sure. Yeah, that was like up here. So like 119. It's still the same. I think I can pull up because I'm pretty sure the collector's edition of Tears of the Kingdom has the slate that is that shot, I believe. Or maybe it's the one where it has oh no, it's not that shot. Hold on. Tears of the Kingdom carvings? I know there's a clean shot of that somewhere. Fuck. I should just probably. Tears of the Kingdom. Is this me? This is me. Wait. Wow, I'm on Google Search. I'm on Google Search, guys. Ain't that crazy? What? What? Where is? I know there's a clean shot of that song. Oh, you know where it is? Might be on here. I've seen it before. It could be on this page somewhere over the rainbow. Like this. Sky, the surface, release your imagination, link with the thing. I know. My camera is off? Oh, shit, really? Well, that's a little unfortunate. Oh, wait, you mean like my monitor camera. You're right. That's what you meant. That should be better, right? Videos? I remember seeing, like, they might have changed the website since they had the final trailer, to be honest. Amiibo, the latest news. Yeah, I don't. Man, I remember seeing like a clean shot of this somewhere without the logo. Oh well. But it's a head taller, so it could still be this. But the thing is, this is different, and also like the Midnight has have like not the same clothing, but I guess the color scheme with like the black cloak just kind of reminds me of something like what's the name? Zelda. His name's not Zant. Zant, right? Zant. It's nice. It's similar, like, but I don't think it's enough to really say that it's Twilight. I'm pretty sure this is zonai, but oh wait, yeah, I'm on monitor right now, right? It's like a shawl, yeah. Anyhow, that's it. We're done. I need to stop. I have a thing tonight, so that's why I did this at fucking noon. Triangles and triangles, like circles and circles. Yeah, it's like there's depth to everything. There's depth. I don't trust the Easter Bunny. You can quote me on that. I don't like. This is like highly in architecture though, because it's just straight bricks. So this is not. No, but then this is here. So this has to be the same time. I don't know.
Link.
Like when there's uniform bricks, it means that the building is more recent, or at least the building has been used more often, is more intact. Versus the ancient structures, ancient ruins don't have those uniform bricks as much, unless it's like 100 years ago ruins. But those really aren't ancient ruins. It's only a century old versus like actual ancient ruins. Those are like ancient. But we're done. We gotta stop at some point, guys. And this is where I say we stop. So thank you for listening to the rambling. But we're done. I gotta this was my little yarn board. I put it all out there, all 3 hours and 30 minutes of it. And then I'm gonna make a concise, coherent video from all that, hopefully. Alright, so thank you very much for watching this. Thank you very much for being here, and I will see you.